Howdy, howdy. My name is Garrick, and tonight we're sampling 1834 by... Which pseudonym did he use this time? Does anyone remember?
I don't know these things.
It's John Borer and one of his pseudonyms from Winsome Games. It's an 18xx game. You know how it goes. Joining me tonight are Pat.
Hello.
Alan.
Hello.
And Lily.
Howdy, howdy.
We are going to attempt to teach Pat 18xx with 1834 because we have a pet theory that it might be a pretty decent game for that. It might not be. This might go terribly, so we'll see.
I accept my role as guinea pig.
All right, so let me go over 18xx and feel free to interject when I say things that are familiar from the teach you watched earlier. So we play as private investors investing in railroad companies, trying to accumulate the most money between our revenue and our stock portfolio at the end of the game. We do this by investing in companies, operating them, trying to make money. The game is played in an alternating series of stock rounds and operating rounds. In the stock rounds, you'll sort of act as yourself, investing in companies, buying and selling shares, things like that. And in the operating rounds, we will operate the companies one by one, where whoever has the majority stake in the company will be the one who acts as the company's president and takes actions for the company. There'll also be an auction at the very start of the game for these private companies, but we go over that last because it makes the least sense when you are learning. So let's talk about the stock round. On your turn, you will be able to do one of two things, either take a stock action or pass. If you take a stock action, you may sell any number of shares that you have. You may purchase a single share, and then you may sell any number of shares that you have. In that order, you can do those things.
Yeah.
Or you can pass. And in this game, it is a soft pass. You can come back in when the turn comes back around to you, unless everybody passes in a row, in which case we end the stock round. That all jives, makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. So buying and selling shares. There are 5 major companies in this game. They each have shares, 1 president's share, and then 8 10% shares. When you first purchase a share from a company, it must be the president's share, and you will pay whatever the share value will be twice because you're buying 2 shares. That share value is determined by whoever purchases that president's share at the time of purchasing it. In traditional games, this would be the par value. This game's a little weird because it doesn't have a par value per se. You still will pick one of these stock values on the stock market here. But it's weird because the value of shares in the IPO over here, before they've been purchased, does correspond to the value on the stock chart. Unlike the 1830 video you watched where they were static at whatever the par price was. So that's a big difference of this game. And then when 60% of a company is out of the IPO, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the company will float, as they colloquially call it. It will capitalize. It will get 10 times its par value, or in this game, 10 times its current share value, wherever that is, into its treasury. And that reveals the very important point that companies have treasuries that are separate from player treasuries, and it's very important that they never mix. You will use company treasuries for company things, and you will use your money for buying and selling shares. And that division is very important. Let's see. When you sell a share, you get the current value of the share, and then you will drop it down 1 step. If you sell multiple shares at once, you will get the current value for all of them, and then drop the value down 1 per share. So you get, the maximum total value out of it, basically. You don't have to, if you sold, say, 3 shares while the value is at 71, you don't get 71, then 67, then 66. You get 71 3 times and then drop it 3 steps. You got me?
Yep.
Okay. The bank pool over here is where you sell shares to. They don't go back to the IPO, they go to the bank pool. The bank pool can never have a president's certificate, and it can never have more than 50% of a single company at any one time. So there's a limit to how much a company can be dumped, basically. What else?
I forget. People are allowed to buy from here as well, right?
They are, yes. And shares from the bank pool also are the current share value. In most games, this is where there would be a difference. The IPO shares would be the par value, and these would be the stock value. But in this game, they are one and the same. So I mentioned whoever has the president's certificate is the president of the company. They control it in the operating rounds. The president's certificate is held by whoever has the majority of the company, which is likely to be the person that purchased the president's certificate initially. But if ever at any point somebody else has more shares than the president, you will exchange that president's share for 2 shares of whoever has more, and they will become the new president. And in that way, people can either steal companies from you, or you can dump companies on them, which is very fun. What else do we have? Selling, buying, capitalizing. I think that's about it. I mentioned when everybody passes, the stock round ends. You will also determine priority deal at that moment. Priority deal is peanut here. Priority deal determines who will take the first turn in the next stock round. And the person who gets priority deal will be the person who was left of the last action. And by that, I mean the last stock action, not the last pass. So if I pass, Lily passes, Alan takes an action, you pass, Pat, we come back around, I pass, Lily passes, Alan passes. We've now all passed in sequence. Alan was the last one to take an action, so Pat, you would get peanut, the priority deal marker.
That I understand, yeah.
Yeah. Additionally, at the end of the stock round, if any companies have 100% of their shares held by players, then their stock marker will rise up 1 space vertically on the stock market. That's a nice little stock bump for a company being in demand.
Is that only when it first happens, or every turn that it's like that?
It's every time the stock round ends. So
okay. If 100% are gone and they're not in the bank pool or here, it goes up by 1. Got it.
After the stock round ends, we will go into operating rounds. At the start of the game, we'll have 1 operating round for every stock round. As we advance through the ranks of trains, we will eventually have 2 operating rounds per stock round, and then 3 operating rounds per stock round. In an operating round, we operate the companies 1 by 1 from highest share price to lowest share price. And ties are broken with the rightmost company going first. That all make sense?
What do you mean rightmost company going first?
So in this example right here, Lai and Mon both have a share value of 71.
Yeah, got it.
But yeah, Mon goes first.
Yep. Now, what if they were both on the same square?
Whichever company got to that space first gets to take their turn. And we traditionally mark that from bottom up.
Okay.
I think most people do top down. We do bottom up.
Most people think we're weirdos.
Yeah, whatever makes sense. And we're
learning from weirdos. Fuck.
Okay, cool. On a company's turn, it will do a series of things in order. Oh, it's not on the stock charters in this game. First, it can lay track if it so desires. Then it can purchase a station. Then it will operate trains, choose what to do with the revenue from operating trains, and then purchase trains. And I'll go over all those more in a second. Okay. But you do those 5 things in that order. The order is very precise, very important. Laying track, you have to be able to trace connectivity from one of the stations, or one of the company's home stations, stations, just tokens in general. You'll see they all have these sitting around near their starting spot. So at the start of the game, Antwerp can lay onto here because it can trace track onto this hex. Ostend can only lay that specific hex, creating a space there, basically. So on and so on. Important rules about track laying. You can only lay yellow track on empty hexes.
Yeah. Into green, into brown. Correct.
And then green goes on to yellow and brown goes on to green.
And
correct.
If I remember correctly, like, I wouldn't be able to put this one on there. I would have to put this one because that's the line up properly, right? You don't delete, you only add on? You
have the right idea. You only add on, and you also have to follow basically branches of the tree. This is a city tile, so you would have to take one of these green city tiles.
Oh, okay, yes, sorry, yes.
You had the right idea.
So even if it has like a double spot, that doesn't matter?
That doesn't matter, yeah. The city tiles are going to add an extra spot over the course of their lifetime.
Okay.
The moment where it does matter is if you have something like this B space here. That one takes the B tiles, which are a different type of city tile. And likewise, Antwerp has its own special green, brown, and then gray city tile.
Got it.
Okay. Oh, and ooze are another one to point out. Ooze have a green and their own set of browns, separate. Anyway, yeah, you will only ever be adding track. You'll never be rewriting track. So, if you have something like this, and imagine you have connectivity to it, you're never going to turn it into this.
Yes,
yeah,
that I understand.
But you just need to be able to trace connectivity along track to that hex, and you can lay there. You can't lay green track until we are in the green phase. And that means we have to have purchased at least one green train. Likewise with brown and then gray, we have to have purchased a brown train before we can lay brown track, and a gray train before we can lay gray track. If there is terrain on the hex, like these rivers or these mountains, then in order to lay the track on that hex, you'll have to pay that amount of money from the company's treasury. And if you can't pay it, you can't lay there.
Okay.
And anything that has a little dot like this, it's going to be these town tiles over here. Either these single dits for the single dots or the doubles for the doubles. That all makes sense?
Yes. Although, I'm trying to understand, you said you can't pay. I thought you could pay with your own. Like, if they don't have enough money, I thought you could pay with your own.
There is one specific instance where that is true.
It's not all the time. It's only one instance. Okay,
yes.
Perfect. I just remembered that being a thing, and I just, okay, perfect. So if we're not there yet, then I will not.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good memory. Doesn't apply to this. It applies to one specific thing, and we'll get there.
That is good to know during planning that I can't use my money to buy railroads.
Yes. After you lay any track, you can purchase a station. Stations are, of course, these things here. They can go into open city slots that you can trace a route to. So you can't just teleport across the map, but if you lay that into there and you lay a Brussels tile, then Antwerp could pay $100 because it only has one other station, looking at its charter up here, and it has a listed price of $100. You could pay $100 of the company's money to drop that in there. And I'll note that the companies have different numbers of stations, and they have different prices, and you always have to go left to right for the stations. So you have to buy the cheapest ones before you buy the more expensive ones. Does that all make sense?
Yes. So, okay, yeah. You have to go in order. And I forget, that's like if you put it there, that means no one else can, like, can someone else go through there still?
You cannot.
Say Mon connected up to there. Could they like make a track from there to there?
They could make a track up to there. They could run trains up to and including this city, but they could not.
But they can't go through it.
Yep.
Yes, I remember that. You can't go through other stations, but you can connect to them.
Correct.
Okay. My other question is, if there was like a branch here, you still like can't go through the city, right? But if there was like one of, say,
if there was one of these,
yeah.
And let me. In this scenario, you can absolutely pass through because there is an open city slot or an open token.
But if we say, like, I know it's not the right color, the new Lux will never get here probably.
Yeah.
But if that was like that, then Mon could not go through, correct?
Correct.
No matter what?
No matter what.
Like, they can't go even from here to here, like this at all. Okay.
You absolutely got it.
Perfect. I did put that next spot. Okay.
After purchasing stations, if you desire, you run trains. Trains are, of course, these cards over here with a value in the top left and a cost top right and a resting schedule on the bottom. The number in the top left is how many revenue centers they can hit, and their route must, 1, include one of their company's stations within the route, and 2, cannot use any track that another train of that company has used in the same operating turn. So, say we were running... Let's build ourselves a little example. That's not quite the right spot. There you go. Say we were running Antwerp, and let's work with the example we had before. Let's say it had 2 trains. Actually, let's say somehow it had a 2 and a 3 train. We'll just skip ahead a little bit. It could run 1-2 train from here to here, because that's 2 revenue centers, and that would be $50 because their value is the little circle with a number in it. And then it could run the other 3 train from here, through here, to here. Both routes are legal because they don't reuse any track across each other. They both contain a station within their route. And then you would add the value of everything each train hit together, and that would be your total run. So it would be 50 for the 2 train. It would be 60 for the 3 train. Well, actually, it would be 70 for the 3 train because we'd be...
Yeah, 70.
Yeah. So that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'd be 120 total. And then after running your trains, you would decide whether to pay that out to shareholders or withhold it and pay it to the company. If you pay out to shareholders, your stock value will move right 1 space on the stock market, and you will divide that total across the shares. So if you have 60% of the company, you will get 60% of that run. Anyone who has 10% gets 10%.
If we're not at 100%, the leftover stays with the company?
The leftover goes to the bank, meaning it basically doesn't pay out at all.
Of course it does. Yeah, okay. Damn bank.
Any shares that are in the bank pool, however, will pay to the company's treasury. So if there's, say...
Oh, I forgot about the treasury, yep.
Yeah, if there's, say, 30% in the bank pool, then the company gets 30% of that run to its treasury.
Okay.
Or, if you don't want to pay out to shareholders, you can withhold, in which case the share value of the company will move left 1 space, and then you will then take the run in its totality and pay it to the company's treasury. So 100% of that run gets into your company treasury.
Okay. Got it. Makes sense.
Yep. And then after deciding what to do with the run money, you will be able to purchase trains. If you have a route between 2 revenue centers, then you must own a train. And then you can only ever purchase the currently available rank of train until there are none left, at which point you can purchase the next rank. So at the start of the game, you can only purchase 2s, and then once
even if we're in green, we can only purchase 2s?
We won't be in green until we get rid of all the 2s.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, that is the timer. Okay, that makes sense.
So the purchase of the first 3 train will signal that we're in the green phase. And then after we purchase all the 3s, purchase all the 4s, and then we purchase the first 5 train will be in the brown phase. Okay. And then likewise, these with the gray phase. You can purchase more than 1 train. It all has to be using company money, except for one thing I'll mention in a second. You can purchase up to your train limit, which is what we were talking about earlier up here. In the yellow phase, you can have 4 trains in a company. In the green phase, you can have 3. And in the brown phase, you can have 2. In the gray phase, you can have 1. If you ever have more trains than the train limit, you will discard a train of your choice just out of the game. Sort of that. I think technically in this game it would go to the bank pool, but we don't. It's irrelevant. And when you're at your train limit, you cannot purchase additional trains. Hey, Joe. Hey, Orlokin. Let's see. So I mentioned there's one instance where you can use personal money to help with trains. And that is if the company does not have enough money to purchase a train, but it does not have a train and thus must have one. Yes. At that moment, and that moment alone, you can use personal funds to help the company purchase a train, selling shares if you need to. And if you are unable to purchase a train, even after using your money to contribute and selling all the shares that you're able to sell, then you will go bankrupt and the game will end.
This is where Lily comes in.
That's where the game gets mean, because a lot of ways the game is about forcing liability onto people so that they will potentially go bankrupt or take a significant hit buying a train they don't want to buy. But it's okay. That won't happen. We're nice people, right? Anyway, after a company purchases trains if it would like to, that company's turn is done. We move on to the next company. After every company is operated once, we end the operating round and go on to either the next operating round or back to a stock round.
There's only so many operating rounds, right? Those open up as the game goes on.
Yes. So at the start of the game,
they're not color coded this time.
They're not color coded on this chart, even though they should be. Yellow phase, we will get 1 operating round per stock round. Green phase will have 2. Brown phase and gray phase will have 3. And importantly, the number of operating rounds we have per stock round does not change mid operating set. So when we purchase the first green train, we won't have 2 operating rounds per stock round until we go through another stock round.
Got it.
We won't tack on an extra operating round at that moment or anything. Do you have any questions at this point? Because that is like 90% of it.
Nope, that seems fairly straightforward as long as I remember everything that you've said. The only thing I'm wondering is this board up here, because I don't think that's been mentioned yet.
So this exists purely for our benefit and for TTS benefit. It is a revenue tracker. You can just drop the token matching the company on this space, and it will automatically throw that number into the counter of over here. And you can just use that to hit payout without having to type in the numbers or take money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just so we can... It's so we can, 1, know how much a company is running for, and 2, make things a little easier.
Okay. So when you say payout, that's whenever you decide if it's going to treasury or not?
Yeah. If it's paying out to shareholders, you would hit payout. If you were withholding and taking it to the company treasury, you would just hit take money.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
One thing I did not mention is that there is something called a certificate limit. You can only have so many pieces of paper in your hand.
On the players.
Yeah. At 4 players, the limit is 10 in this game.
The other one was 16. So.
Yeah, it's a little different in this game.
Okay.
Yeah, an important note about that is President shares count as only one piece of paper against the certificate limit, despite being two shares. But otherwise, normal shares, are 1-for-1 against your cert limit. Privates do count against cert limit. That may or may not end up being relevant. And then it's probably about time to talk about privates in general.
Before we get to that, I need to ask.
Sure.
All the red and the green on the side. Well, this is just one green, but all the reds.
Yeah. Okay. So for all mechanical purposes, this should be red. It's just a weird quirk of the designer. He likes doing that. I don't know why.
I'm gonna guess it's because this card specifically has something to do with it, so it's marking it as different.
You'd think it's even in games where that's not relevant, he still does it.
He just wants ports to be green.
Yes, the good old green water.
The top left number in the square is the value of that revenue center in the yellow and green phase. And then for the brown and gray phase, it's the bottom right number. So
essentially, these tiles, like all three of these, are equivalent to a city that you just can't build one of your own things on, right? There's something else?
Correct.
So, got it.
And just like those, you cannot run... there's not a super great example here, but you can't, run from Metz to Luxembourg to Metz with a single train. Because you can't, can't hit the same spot.
Could you build from Metz to Luxembourg here, and then from... here to here for a second run?
Yes, for a second run.
As long as there are two individual trains on two different tracks, they can do the same run. Okay.
Yes, using different tracks.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect.
There is also one weird rule about them in this game, which is just that you cannot run from... You can only run from an off-board, these red spots, to an off-board, if it's from a south offboard to a north offboard. Like from Metz to Cologne, or from Valenciennes to Tilburg.
Really, it's just Metz to Cologne. That's the only one that happens.
Well, it's saying you can't run Lille to Valenciennes as another thing. Like, that's not allowed. Yeah. You can only run...
Unless it passes through one of your things, right?
You basically, a train cannot have its run. A single train cannot hit both of these in one run, is what it's saying.
Okay. Okay. Well, so it could go from Gwent to Namur, right? Going through Mon's base, but that would be fine as long as even if Mon is only in the middle of it, because there's cities that are on the board. If Mon didn't have a thing here and here, they could pass all the way around, and that would be fine as long as it goes through one of Mon's stations, right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Did you mention that if you do run north to south, you get an extra $20? Because that's a thing in this game.
Yeah, that is a thing. I had not mentioned it yet, but that's the other thing. If you do run north to south, and this pretty much is just for Metz to Cologne, you get an extra $20 to your run. This pretty much exists just to make Lux a decent company.
And it is.
What do you mean? If you go from or not, there to there would count as long as it's higher up to north and you're not going lateral?
No, I think the port also doesn't count for this.
I didn't mean the port. I meant OST. Sorry.
So north would be everything up here.
Yeah, north is these four. South would be these three.
Got it. Okay. So you mean
And if you connect any one of these four to any one of these three, you get a $20 bonus. And you cannot connect any of these four to each other, or any of these three. Maybe you can run the port to Lille. Let me read it again. It does say red offboards. It does say red offboards.
Actually, that's an interesting thought. If you can do that, because Ostend always suffers from a bad early game.
I think it's allowed. I think you can go from the port to Lille.
Okay, because that's a 40.
It's not terrible.
That early, yeah. You slow down getting to Antwerp, but maybe who cares? Maybe you don't care that much about Ostend. You just want the early money.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's the big thing about offboards. I also didn't technically mention there's a couple pieces of pre-built track here. They work like normal track. You just can run through them. They're already laid for you. you can never really track off the map. So, like,
Yep.
That's not cool. Has to be that. There's a special track laying rule in this game, which I know Alan alluded to earlier. It only is relevant in the green phase when we're in 3s and 4s. You may, when doing a track lay, skip placing a yellow to place a green tile directly onto the map at the cost of $50, which can be paid either by the company or the president, but it cannot be split across the two. It has to be $50 whole sum, one or the other. We'll bring that back up when the time comes. It's a weird little rule.
Okay.
There's 2 T-trains. I know we mentioned those before the game.
I'm suddenly forgetting. What's the cost of building a yellow? Is that written somewhere? Just in case I forget.
There's no cost unless you're laying onto a track space that has a cost listed.
Oh, so if you're the president, you can literally just build a track on the first turn
for free.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the limitation is you can only lay 1 track per turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
got it.
There are other games where there's monetary limitations. Not this one. It's just timing, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 T-trains. I know we mentioned them to you before. I'll go over them again real quick. They do not count against your train limit. They run between 2 revenue locations. What is that? Is that card right?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, it doubles one of the cities. My brain was remembering it as doubling the towns, but no, that is slightly useful.
Well, yeah, I mean, you run from Antwerp to this one, and you end up with 250. Right, is what happens.
That's right. It's silly. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about privates. There are 6 of them, as you can see, and I can't. They each have a special effect and a value and a revenue. We will perform what is called a waterfall auction at the start of the game to distribute them among the players. And the way the waterfall auction works is these are basically in sequence as they are. And on a player's turn in the auction, they can either purchase the cheapest available one at face value, at its revenue value right there. My words are getting mixed up. At its face value right there. Or you can place a bid on any of the companies to its right in the chain. When somebody purchases the cheapest available private, it will set off a chain reaction, which is also called pulling the ripcord. We will go through from left to right, checking to see if there are bids on the privates. If there's a bid on this one, we will resolve a closed private auction just among the people who have bids on it. Then after finishing that, we'll move on to the next one. If it has bids, we will resolve a private auction for the people who have bids on it, and so on, until we hit one that does not have any bids on it, at which point we will pause, and that becomes the new cheapest private that's available for purchase, and you can either purchase it or bid on one of the other ones. And this continues until every private company is owned by a player, at which point the auction is over, and we move on to the game in earnest, starting with a stock round. That all makes sense? The minimum bid when you are bidding on these is $5 above the listed face value. They pay out a revenue, as I've mentioned before, an income every operating round, at the very start of the operating round, to whoever is holding them, which can be either a player or a company, and the amount you gain is the right number.
Sorry, can you say that again real quick?
Sure.
Sorry?
You're fine. They each have an income, a revenue, listed on the right, which is paid out every operating round at the very start of the round.
To the player, you said, not the company?
To whoever owns the private, which can be a player or a company, depending on where we are in the game. So at the start of the game, obviously, they're all owned by players because we got them from the private auction. Once we enter the green phase, a company at any point on its turn in the operating round can purchase a private from the player that owns it for anywhere from, is it $1 in this game is the minimum? Guys? 1830 privates, what's the minimum?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think it's as little as $1. I don't know why you would ever do that.
But. Yeah, you would never do that, but a minimum of $1 up to 2 times the face value of the company. So for Ostend Port Society, you could have the company purchase it for anywhere from $1 to $40 from the player. That money would go from the company's treasury to the player who owned the private, and then you would transfer the private into the company. And from then on, it gains the revenue of that company, of that miner, that private. There we go. I can't talk, I'm sorry. Of that private every operating round instead of the player. And it would have whatever power the private imbues. And I will go over all the powers in a minute. But is that all making sense?
Mm-hmm.
So they all have powers, but the face values are the really important thing because it is the one real way to get money out of a company treasury into a player's hands. So having that option of embezzlement is really, really powerful. And that's why things like 100 or 120 or 150 are really useful because those will go up to, 200, 240, 300. Oh, I guess not. One of these doesn't buy in, as I recall. Anyway, let's go over their powers real quick. The Ostend Port Society. This is one of those games. It may actually be sold in during the yellow phase, in addition to during the green phase. It closes in the brown phase. So when the first brown train is purchased, it will close, just be removed from the game. If it's owned by a railroad, it increases every run to the port of Ostend for the owning railroad by $20. Nice and easy. The De Kempen Coal Company may be sold in during the yellow phase and green phase as well, and it closes in the brown phase. If it's owned by a railroad, it allows placement of a track tile by that railroad in a mountain hex for half cost, and that closes the private when you do so. It takes it out of the game. Next up is the Burbach Foundry. It can be sold in during the green phase, and it closes in the brown phase. If it's owned by a railroad, it allows an additional track tile upgrade in either... I'm sorry, what is it? It's saying in a Luxembourg City H2P2.
It's either Burbach or Luxembourg.
Yeah, there we go. It's listed weirdly in the rulebook.
It's the private that basically says go get Lux.
Yeah. So yeah, it allows you to do an additional track tile upgrade in one of those two cities, replacing a yellow tile with a green tile, in addition to the railroad's normal tile placement on its turn. And this closes the private. Does that make sense, Pat? Okay. The MNBS SNCB electrification states that it may not be sold to a railroad, and it pays no money. At the start of the silver phase, after all the 4 trains are removed, it is when the first 6 is purchased and all the 4s rust. Oh, I didn't talk about rusting. That's a mistake.
I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
It is pretty straightforward.
Whenever you hit 4, all the 2s are just gone.
Yep, they're just gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which is this? Man, I forgot how many changes this game actually makes. The 3s are rusted earlier than this typical schedule.
Yeah, 3s are rusted by 5s in this game, so every rank is going to rust something, basically. But anyway, back to MNBS SNCB. After all the 4 trains are removed, the player holding this private must immediately place a 2T train on any railroad's charter. It's a cost-free 2T train for that railroad. It may be used immediately, and it closes the private. So it's a free 2T train late in the game.
The dangerous one, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting private.
Well, sometimes the trains don't get pushed that hard. And then it's just a cert in your hand.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a how much are 2Ts? 700? It's a cheap 2T. Anyway, the Cockerill Locomotive Company. It may be sold in during the yellow and green phases. It closes in the brown phase. If it's owned by a railroad, it allows the railroad to buy a train at half the normal price. And this closes the private. So ideally, it would be used to purchase a 5 train at half cost. Because that would be the most expensive train you could buy with it before it would close. As long as you're the one buying the 5 train. The first 5 train, I should say. What's up?
Oh, I never thought about that you could use it to buy a 5 if you were the first person to buy a 5. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've always seen it used to buy a 4.
Finally, there is the Albert Canal Corporation. It may be sold in the green phase. It closes in brown. It also closes when track connects Antwerp to Liège by any route or manner, regardless of tokens or intent. So really, it's just a big fat payout to whoever's holding it and to whoever buys it in. But people can close it if they aggressively connect Antwerp and Liège. That makes sense. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I'm good. On a basic level. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, the main strategy notes on this waterfall auction just are keeping in mind whatever money you spend here can't be spent in a stock round. So if you spend too much, you might limit yourself. The Albert Canal literally costs more at its base than if you, like, it itself will lock you out from buying a company.
Yeah.
Where's my calculator? I have my calculator. Yeah.
Right, because... Yeah.
The rule of thumb is you want $402 coming out of the auction if you want to float.
Because that's 5 of those, right?
That is 6 of those.
6 of those, sorry, but the first one counts as 2.
Yes. That said, it is not a death sentence if you don't float. You just have to, have an idea of what you're doing. Maybe you got the right privates and you can float next round with your private income, or maybe you have enough to invest and hope that gets you enough for something. There's options.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So I'm going to guess, like, the opening round, everyone kind of just buys 6 from the same one and everyone controls 1 for a little bit before people start fucking around with other things?
That is exactly right.
Got it. Round 1 stock round's usually pretty boring, unless Lily decides to do something goofy.
I can't do it on round 1, thank you very much. I can only do it on round 2.
That's true. I didn't mention this, but in the first stock round, you cannot sell shares.
Yeah.
It's just a little safety measure so things don't get degenerate.
Because I would get degenerate.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it. Unless you have any questions, which, I'm happy to answer, so ask away.
No, I think I understand. I think I'm good.
Are you aware of what the yellow, orange, and brown sections?
No,
okay.
I do not. I'm not.
They're probably not important to you right now, but if a company's share value is in these zones, and these are additive, so orange can be seen as orange and yellow, brown can be seen as brown, orange, and yellow. It imbues special properties to that company, basically. While they're in the yellow, their shares do not count against your certificate limit.
Okay.
While they're in the orange, you may own more than 60% of a company. I don't think I mentioned that either, but there is a limit of 60% of a company per player, unless it's in the orange. And when in the brown, you may purchase any number of that company's shares from the bank pool in one action.
Interesting. Okay.
Not super important to your first game strategy or anything, but
I mean, if you buy, so you can buy up above 60%. What if it becomes out of that color? Do you have to sell down immediately the next option, or can you still keep that amount?
you have to, for any of those for orange and yellow, if the company's value moves out of there and you no longer are in compliance with the benefit it was granting, either your cert limit or the company limit, then you will sell down to correct at the next opportunity, which is usually your next stock turn.
Got it. Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, the goal is to try to do it during the OR.
Oh, I didn't.
Or rather, end the game in the OR so that you don't actually have to sell them back.
Speaking of, I didn't actually mention the other time the game ends, which is there is a global bank up here, as you can see. And when it's empty, that will trigger the end of the game. We will play out the remaining stock set, or the remaining operating set. So if we're in the first of 3, we'll do the other 2. If we're in the last of 3, we'll just finish it up, and then the game is over.
Does the money go back into it, like if you buy a train or something?
You can put money back into it. If you break the bank and then put money back in to unbreak it, it doesn't actually unbreak. The game's still going to end.
Got it. Okay.
And I think that's it. But I've said that before. Probably it. All right. Did we randomize turn order already?
Yes.
Yeah, you won.
No.
It was legitimately this order.
Cool. All right. In that,
I suck at Candyland. Apparently.
In that,
you should try harder.
I will go ahead and drop a bid on. We have 550. I'll drop one on Cockerel, and then I'm gonna go grab my calculator from over like 10 feet away from me. I'll be right back.
Ah!
Type here.
Trying. I did it.
Oh, Lily, ever the sirens call.
But it's so fun.
All right, I'm back.
See, to me, fun is immediately taking the 20.
That is fun as well.
We've done that once or twice, and I think we regretted it in hindsight, but it seemed cool every time.
It's always
well, so like it's weird in how it triggers other players' decision making. The thing is, DeCampen's not good.
Right.
Austin is legitimately better than DeCampen. So I kind of, if it got to Burback, it'd be a problem. If I bid on Burback, I'm just playing the same game I've already played like 5 times.
But was it a good game?
I mean, Lux does good. I'll just do this, I guess. I'll be good. I'll be good for the new.
I feel. This is where I don't know what I'm going to, or like what's good or not. My original thought was I just wanted to buy this out because it was cheap and it would give me $5 a turn for a little bit. It would pay for itself if I don't use it or sell it. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if that's wrong or not.
So what I will say, the problem, I did this specifically as a defense against other players doing that, because if you do that, I get DeCampen at 45 with no other bidders.
Oh, because I see. Okay, because then there's no other bidders there. You just get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's specifically why I bid on DeCampen after saying it's the worst private in the game.
He holds a private auction of just himself, and he declares himself the winner.
Indeed. Burbeck is also a really solid. Like if you ended up with Lux, that'd be a good teaching company.
Yeah, if you get Burbeck, you get Lux, you get to play your own little game in the corner by yourself. But you you do okay.
We'll see what happens. I understand. Okay.
All right, someone pull the ripcord.
No ripcord pulling already.
Well, Garrick, it's up to you. So.
All right, I'll bid 50 on DeCampen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, liability.
Lily will pull the ripcord off of this.
I thought turn order was different. That's my mistake.
What?
I will bid 110. Sorry.
And now the train wreck of forcing everyone to bid happens. All right.
I'm glad you said something, because that was completely me just missing the turn order.
That's funny.
We just avoided the troll town pretty hard.
Oh, I think we're getting into it in a different way. Hello.
No. You have to go. You have to go mess with Alan, and then Alan messes with Pat, and then we have a game.
Well, no, Alan's already incentivized me with Pat because these two want to be together.
So actually, here's an interesting thought: is I could pick up Austin and DeCampen for 65.
I guess that fair.
gives Pat Burbeck for 75.
And then me and Derek are fighting.
And then one of you ends up stuck with Albert Canal, and it's not me. I kind of like that plan. I'm just going to do that.
See,
sounds
Lily,
good.
See the problem you've done?
I love making problems.
I just draw this, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
get it for 75.
Yeah, make sure you pay for it.
How do I do that? Put this at 75 and...
Yeah, like you can highlight inside of the counter and then type 75.
Like that?
Maybe.
Oh, well, there's a zero ahead of it. And then can't spend money?
Yeah, hit spend money.
You did it. Yeah, the zero in front of it shouldn't matter too much.
A zero after it would matter, of course.
I'm already bankrupt.
I'll go to 115.
So are we out of it, Alan? Now we can't bid at all? Like we're just done?
So not on these two.
Two, we theoretically could bid on Albert Canal, but we won't.
Yeah. So we can just pass, basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's not even pass. You guys don't even get an option to, because it's just a private auction between myself and Lily for MNBS,
right,
and then
for
after that,
but I meant when we come back to this one, we can pass, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You took it to 115, Lily?
I did.
Didn't you get this the last 2 times we played?
Maybe.
Every time. Lily, here's the problem with this situation. You get MNBS, you're also getting Albert Canal.
I'm okay with this. Okay. I will make anything work.
Actually, I don't know. Actually, maybe it makes more sense to get an MNBS and Cockerel together, but that would be expensive.
Whoopsie. I'm thinking through turn order right now. Priority is going to go to Alan, most likely.
Well, it depends on who buys Albert Canal. So if Lily buys Albert Canal, then I get it.
Right.
If you buy Albert Canal, Lily gets it.
If everyone passes, do we get? It's a mini OR, right?
Yeah, this is 1830 style.
Okay, just double checking.
You can have it for 115.
Woo!
I'm not happy about it, but you can have it for 115.
I'm about to be broke.
I have no idea if this company is good.
I don't think it's... I think she might be getting it a little cheap, but I can't price enforce right now.
The zero revenue
would you like to give
really
me this?
bad.
You can have it over 135. I don't want to risk anything.
All right. Well, that worked out perfectly. I just gave myself priority deal.
You did.
No, you did not. No, because right now it's Pat's turn. Because you pulled the ripcord.
I pass?
Yeah,
there
you just pass, Pat. And then I'll pass, because I'm making the most money, so there's no way I'm buying it.
This is true.
To explain, Pat, if we all pass in the auction, then we pause the auction, and the privates that are currently held by players pay out to the people that own them. So
wait, what if I...
So theoretically, the game could end in the auction if everybody just passed forever and the bank just paid out all of its money to private holders.
Yeah.
What if I don't do this? What if I just pass and say fuck it?
Then we just keep pulling ahead.
The game ends.
That's fair.
But this is why I feel like MNBS is really dangerous. I think it really hurts during the private auction. I think I've seen this happen before where you were stuck with both MNBS and Albert Canal.
I think the really hard part right now is I needed to bid on other things that were earlier in the bid order because I was just being kind of dumb again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that is what you said. And then I didn't. Then Alan pulled the ripcord and I didn't have a chance to take it back. So that's what we did.
Well, shoot, you could have said something.
I'm very bad at speaking up, Alan. You know this.
It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, peanut goes to Alan. Let's keep going.
I will note, I think I would probably be willing to buy Albert in a situation where I had like De Kempen or just Ostend or something.
Yeah, I 100% would.
Because I don't think Albert's bad.
It's just these two together are not great.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before you're able to get into a company, but maybe you just go full investor, honestly.
I might. I don't know. We'll see. All I know is I'm passing this entire SR, so.
Well, completely ignoring the companies that I have, I am going to go ahead and par Antwerp.
Of course you are.
So, I'm going to... Are you done? Sorry, I'll wait for you to finish before I ask. Sorry.
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm going to wait for you to finish before I ask my question, that's all.
Oh, I already got...
he's effectively
I just need to spend the money.
Okay, so like, obviously with what I have, I'm going to want to just take Lux, right? That just makes the most sense to take it, because there's no reason not to.
Yeah, so you have the private that helps make Lux good. Alternatively, this game might be kind of broken, because the cities of Antwerp and Brussels are insane. And there's a strong argument that Antwerp is by far the best company and Mon second and Lux is like third. So like if you really want it,
I think Lux taken early and played efficiently is about as good as Mon is, personally.
They're probably not too far from each other. That's probably true. With the Lux private to help it out. Yeah, I mean there's arguments for both Mon and Lux, is what it comes down to. And my stake in it is that I would rather have Mon than Lux, because I don't even have the private to help Lux out, you know?
That's what I was also wondering, because if I don't take Lux, what are the odds of someone else taking Lux without the private?
That's the thing. Part of the reason I didn't take OST, despite having Ostend, is because then I'm forcing somebody else to take it when it's much worse without the private.
Right, it's an attack.
You could do the same. You could take Mon and just be like, someone else has to take Lux, despite the fact that they don't have the card that makes it good. Which honestly is kind of funny. But that said, Mon is a really slow start. You kind of have to force it to make it go.
I understand that. I think I still take Lux. This is my first game, and I want to understand how to play it before I start doing that kind of... I feel like I'm going to fuck that up more than anything if I try to do it.
It's fair.
So,
fair.
As much as I realize that is probably a very valid strategy, I'm going to do that for my first one, and then I got to pay... How much? 60? Oh, I got to put it down.
Yeah, whatever you want the par price to be, and then 2 times that.
Yep, 67 times 2.
I'm just going to hit spend money twice.
Hey, you're catching on.
Why do math? Why work hard when you can work easy?
Exactly.
Yup.
Okay, how do I rotate? Oh, that's it. I remember. Although I do want to point out that I do see the value in grabbing Mon, or even in your case, Ant, to screw other people in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I took Antwerp because I'm greedy, and it's just the best company. Or at the very least, it's the stupidest company.
It is the stupidest. I can agree with that.
Like, there's no effort involved in running Antwerp.
All right, I'll take Mon. We'll part at 67, because I'm a follower, not a leader.
I will pass until something floats.
Hey, all right. I'm just gonna keep buying Antwerp till
we
it
can
floats.
play on fast forward. We can all just float up.
Okay.
That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just press 4.
Yep, And then
Yeah, that also works.
pay money 4
1,
times.
2, 3, 4.
And we all float, which means our company's all capitalized, so we can go ahead and pull our charters down and put the money in.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 6,700.
670.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
times 10, not times 100. What am I doing?
Yep.
I wish.
We all wish.
That would make this game a lot easier.
Yeah, it's
It's
also over.
break the bank real fast.
It's also over.
All right. Are we all passing? Or do you guys want
No.
to invest in each other?
I'm doing things.
Oh, you're doing things. You're doing things. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna buy. Where's this one?
Alan, would you like to do anything?
No, because there's no par price box, so there's no benefit in investing in this round.
This is true.
Oh, wait, actually. Nah, it's fine. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Okay.
All right. Pat, would you like to purchase anything? Probably not
So,
for the
Pat-
reason Alan just mentioned.
Yeah, Pat, for reference, in the first OR, nobody has a train, which means no one's going to run, and then it's going to be a SR. Every company on the board will fall back, which means if you wanted to cross invest, it's better to do it next turn when the things are slightly cheaper.
Okay. Oh, so if I buy... when you like buy... I'm confused now. What?
So right
I
now,
feel like-
if you were, let's say you were to buy a share of Antwerp, you would buy it for $67.
Oh, we're still doing that. Yes. No, I don't want to buy anything. I thought you meant like, do I want to build something? I'm so confused. No, I don't want to buy anything. Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Got it. No,
All
I pass.
right.
Sorry.
Eric passes. I will continue
No worries,
to
Pat.
buy things.
you're back.
Everyone's
Great.
still passing.
Makes sense.
This is great. I feel the attack.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that everyone's still passing because no one's saying anything.
The problem is in this game, Antwerp might be so good that this isn't even an attack. This is just Lily, like, hopping on board.
There is one left, so if anyone wants to buy it before I buy the last one, please
Nope.
speak now.
No?
It's just. I think it's just me that can afford it.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
I did
All
debate
right.
it, but I was like,
All right, I'm done.
Okay. Priority deal is going to end up with Alan, unless anybody has a last minute action they want to interject. At the end, Antwerp is sold out, so its stock price rises up 1 space.
It's okay. It's going to fall shortly.
We go into an operating round, and at the top of the operating round, privates pay. Boom. Privates are paid. First up will be Antwerp.
Okay. God. Oh my God, that would be so dumb. Who wants to play a slightly different version of this game?
What's that?
No, that would just be killing Lily. I could do a sharp curve town up, buy 4 2 trains, buy both of my privates in.
Oh, are both of yours yellow compatible? Oh,
They are.
Yeah.
They are, but no, we're not doing that today. I've played this game with Lily before. She'll just make it about killing me.
Honestly, Antwerp might survive that, is the scary thing.
Well, and I mean, you'd have to upgrade to green. You'd have to go through the river, and you'd be doing it with only like $200 left in treasury
Fair.
and a bunch of 2 trains that are all going to rust at the 4s.
Fair.
It's hard. We're not doing that though. I actually do want to make this kind of work. So yeah, we're going to. I need some kind of curve. What's the best curve here? It's going to be either It might be this one. Let me just look at this. The bow and arrow leads through, which just makes lie better, which I don't need. And this one, again, just creates additional paths. I like the one that I took. So we'll play that. No tokening, of course, and I cannot run, so I fall back. And then I will buy probably two trains, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll buy two trains for 160. And then I will go ahead and buy in both OST and Decampen, or Ostend and Decampen, for 120.
I'm pretty sure we've played this exact game before. Like this exact set of actions up to this point.
It's not possible. I haven't been here.
True.
Oh, it's not too late. I could go back and ruin Antwerp.
It's fine. I think we even had like the warning to Lily in the private auction and everything, like don't do that, and it still happened or something. It feels I'm getting like massive deja vu right now.
Well, I've never played Antwerp, so there you go.
Well, there you go. You had the better seat this time.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. Next up is Lux.
E.
Ooh, I forgot Lux was a B. That's so cool.
Yeah, because that's... What is a B again? Oh, it's like it uses the special token.
Yeah, it uses
special
this
tile
right there.
I mean, I kind of have to build that right now, right?
Yes, that is the only thing you can track at this moment.
So it's free, right? So
it is free. The question is just which direction you're going to point it, because that is important.
Oh, I forgot that Lux was a B.
Yeah, me too.
That's weird.
I like it.
So I will say your company, assuming that we dig through to the 3 trains, the next turn as part of your tile lay, you could immediately upgrade that to this, right?
Yes.
In addition to laying Dykirch or going to Colm. So you're not necessarily locked, but I would say you probably want to point it in the direction that if we're not in the 3 trains, that you can still run something.
Yeah, like this, right?
Yeah,
I think be fine.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I think that's the one I want, because then with the B one, that one, the brown one, I could do 1, 2, 3, and like potentially make a bunch of runs from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And that's I'm allowed to buy stuff, right? Trains.
You could buy stations at this point, but you're not connected to anything.
So can I can buy 1 train for them to put in.
First, you run trains.
Sorry.
So then you don't have any, which means your stock price just falls back.
Oh, right.
Now you can buy trains.
Okay, so now we're going to buy one of these. So now, how do I... this is where I need to help with this thing. How do I take...
So the cost is 80. Just go ahead and type 80 into this
up here. Is fine. Okay, this will keep track of the number. Got it. Okay.
Exactly.
Oop.
And then hit spend money when you have it typed in. Boom.
Perfect. Okay.
Would you like to purchase another one?
I don't think so. What
the
would
argument...
I saw you said I saw Alan buy 2, but I feel like Antwerp, sorry, has way more options.
So the reason for me buying 2 is because I can lay Brussels, token it immediately, and then I have a run from Antwerp to this town and Brussels to this town. So if you can create a scenario where you can actually utilize both trains, then it makes sense. Alternatively, some people would argue you're just trying to push the trains to further the game and get your, like, one thing with Lux, you really do want to be able to buy in Burback. If you can't buy in Burback before your next tile lay, you're slightly behind. And there's no guarantee that Garrick is going to buy 2 trains and a 3 train. He almost certainly would buy a 2 train and a 3 train, but
can confirm.
I'm actually suddenly debating if I should do this instead. What? Sorry, I'm just moving stuff because of this, right? Because I can go through that and then go to here.
You can go through that and then go to Cologne with a 3 train.
You need a 3 train. Okay, cool. Yep. Got it.
Yeah. Again, you have to at least start or have a token somewhere in the run. If it's a 2 train, you must start or stop on a token. So the town can't go to the off board with a 2 train.
Oh. So this can't go to here.
No,
this is a city. This is a town.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if I had a 3 train, I could do 1, 2, 3.
Correct. And with a 2 train, you can do this through the empty space to here.
Or I could do just even like 1 to 2 and like have a connection to here, but stop at this one.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. No, I'm gonna leave it like this. I have an idea, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my gut.
Okay.
Buy the 1 train for now. So how does this work? I have to sell it to the company?
The company can buy it from you on the company's turn once we're in green phase for Burback. How
can I play it then? Oh, because we had to get to green phase.
Yep. And that's what Alan was saying. Your motivation is to get this spot in.
I could buy a second one just to get to green. I understand.
Just to help push things to green and make it more likely that Al push us over.
I'm going to do that then if that's...
Just checking before we continue. We did pay out privates, yes?
We did, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine.
Because I just stacked them.
Yeah, that's a weird thing with this particular game. This is the only company that's locked to the green phase. All the others can be bought in during yellow, which means Lux, despite the fact that it's really hard for you to actually run all of these trains, you're heavily motivated to do it.
Okay. I'm going to do it. I understand.
Technically, Albert Canal is also green, but it's irrelevant to your point.
Yeah, that's just not happening. Something weird would have had to happen for that to matter.
Okay. Cool. No, I'm good with that. Is there what's after that?
Then you're all done. If you're done buying trains, and it moves on to
I'm done.
Me with Mon. I'm going to lay this, as you might expect. Lily, I think you're muted, but I heard you in real life.
No, I'm not muted.
Oh, well, I heard your what in real life and not in earphones. I fall back because I can't run. I will purchase a 2 and a 3 train.
I'm in shock.
And Cockerill locomotive. Spend money. Spend money. Spend money. Take money. Yeah. And then Mons is done. We're done with the operating round. We're back to a stock round. Priority deal is on Alan.
I forgot to give myself the money for this. I should have 120 extra dollars.
I was going to say, I thought you should have more money than that.
Nah.
I was just looking over your money like, that feels wrong.
Yeah, there's a problem here. I am gonna buy a Lux for 65.
Pat.
Interesting.
Oh. He believes in you.
I have faith in the Lux business model. I also have faith that Garrick has a ton of money and that I won't be the last person to play here.
I have confidence that I will be the first person to pass. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're going to sell all of your Antwerp, right?
Yeah.
Can't own more than Lux. That's out of the question. I could buy Garrick's Mon, say make money off of him.
Yep.
Would it be dumb to buy one of OST or Lie? Just to either force Lily's hand or I get a 2-for-1. No, because I would lose that card whenever.
So the problem is that OST and Lie, neither of them has been floated. So you're essentially creating dead money.
Okay.
You're putting aside money
it.
that you can't act because you can't sell a president's certificate.
Okay, so I'm
that said,
gonna buy.
If you want to do it, to reserve those, knowing that you're going to basically be spending some money just to burn a hole in your pocket for a reservation in the future, it's not the worst idea in those situations. This probably isn't that situation, but there are reasons you might want to do it eventually.
Okay, so I'm going to buy one of Mon's for how much is it, sorry? 65.
Yeah.
And I buy one of those.
Man, is it possible that we actually end up sold out right now? I don't think there's enough money on the table.
There might be. Between you and Garrick, there might be. But then again, you're buying the thing that Garrick wants to buy, so.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'll buy a Lux.
If I wasn't here, it'd be fine.
For 65.
I pass.
This is interesting.
I have a plan.
Lux.
It's not going to work, but I have a plan.
Pat, would you like to do anything?
I'll pass.
All right, I will purchase a Lux.
I'm going to sell all my Lux and go OST. Let's go now.
I mean, honestly. Okay, so here's the question. So now Garrick has nothing to buy. I don't want priority on you, Pat, because then you could potentially trash Lux and dump it on me. So even though I still have money, I'm definitely passing here, I think.
Ooh.
Pass.
Can't buy Mon. There's no Antwerp left. Yep, I'll pass. Lily?
Okay.
You pass already?
I pass.
Yeah, okay. So PD ends up on Lily.
Woo!
At the end, Antwerp and Lux both rise. We go into the first of 2 operating rounds. Privates pay.
Nice.
Antwerp is up first.
All right. I'm going to do something crazy.
What?
Never see it coming.
I like
Thank you.
crazy.
My only extra token, guys.
I can't believe it.
Spend money. I will operate. So that's going to be 50 and 30 is 80, I believe. Because I'm running both 2 trains. And I will pay out.
50 and 40, you mean?
Oh shoot, we're in green.
We're in
All
green.
right, I'll pay out an extra 10. Cool.
Oh no.
It begins.
What?
Just Antwerp being a, monster.
It is a monster.
Rust the trains.
It's okay, Marcos. The multiplication, that's what the calculators are for. It's just addition beyond that. Antwerp is paying out?
Yes, it did. Sorry.
It's okay.
Antwerp. Do I buy another? There might be an argument for buying a 3 train, but
Train limit is 3, I will remind.
I mean, I only have 2.
It's true.
I guess I'm trying to figure out, do the early dividends translate to the 3 train being better than the 4 train, or am I just screwing myself over by buying a 3 train?
Usually 3s are great because they last a little longer than 2s. But
well, they get rusted by the 5 in
right.
this.
In this game, that's different, so I don't know.
But the thing is, all right, if I buy a 3 here, I kind of doubt you buy another train, Garrick. Lux is also not incentivized. I think the 3's probably safe for a while, and if I get another 3 train, then I can actually run it. I can run it down to Mon.
Yeah. I think you probably want it. In fact, I think you maybe might have even wanted 3-2 trains, but it's too late now.
Well, I did not want 3-2 trains because they rust too damn fast.
That's fair.
I don't know. Every time I've ever gone aggressive 2 trains, I always regret it. Every time.
89 is the game for you. 2 trains are good in that game.
89's boring.
Anyway, are you all done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Lux is up. Pat.
So, trying to decide what to do here.
So probably the first thing you want to do is buy that. You want to buy that in so that you can immediately use its ability.
And I can sell it for as much as or little as I want.
As little as you want, or as much. So I mean, it could be up to $140.
Yeah, as much up to 140 because that's double the value.
Keeping in mind that paying 140 means that you personally get 140, which then can be reinvested further on new stocks.
That's what I'm wondering, I'll be honest.
I've never seen somebody do it for anything less than the maximum unless their company literally didn't have the money.
Yeah, it is almost always the right choice to go for max.
Well, so I just like spend it and then I pay myself 140?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So spend 140 and then... Oh, God. Bankrupt. 140 take money?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Oh, damn it.
What's up?
I forgot that I can lay directly into green because we're in the green phase.
Yeah, just fix it. Just fix it.
Fix it.
Okay.
It's the game's weird gimmick. You may as well use it.
I guess.
So to clarify what's happening right now, Pat, as you recall, I mentioned there's that weird rule about laying straight to green when you're in the green phase. That's just what Alan's doing retroactively. Are you paying 50 from your company or from yourself?
How badly do I want to feel later in the game is the question. I think from the company, because I mean, if I have to force buy a train later, I can live with that. Like, I'd rather have the early money.
Yeah, the answer is pretty much always company money. Company money is worthless.
But that does increase my revenue by 20, I think, because it's on the ×2.
Correct.
So I'll pay out an extra 20. Sorry for that.
So going back to Pat, what you were doing, you now have Burback, which you can use to upgrade Luxembourg automatically.
Yes, so that discards the company, though, right?
It does.
That's fine. So where does it go if I'm discarding it?
Just put it anywhere, really. Toss it up near the top of the table is what we typically do. Yeah, up there.
Goodbye. Okay, and then I get to grab, that. Well, I didn't want it that way. I'm kidding. So we do that, and now I can just immediately build a green instead of a yellow if I wanted to.
Yeah, you could
at the cost of what again?
$50 from either the company
50?
treasury or yours. Yes, 50. Okay.
Just debating why I would bother doing that.
Because if you'll notice, a yellow city is worth 20, but a green city is worth 30.
I'm not but. Oh, I could just build a city direct. Oh, yeah, because I could do that. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Yeah, probably something like one of those. probably like that's what you'd want to do.
I didn't even think of building a city. I was just going to go up here, but yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah, I mean, that was what you were building toward, but now that we're in green, maybe it's better to just lay Dykirch.
Well, it ends up being the same. So if you lay straight to green and Dykirch, it's 30. If you go to Koln, it's 30. It makes no real difference in what you do right now. You can, but the difference is if somehow we ended up no longer in green, then the laying straight to green rule goes away.
Right.
So theoretically, doing that sooner is better.
Yeah, let's just do that then. That's fine.
Practically, it doesn't matter, but yeah, theoretically, that is the
and now I'm going to buy a station there, right?
If you'd like. Did you spend your 50 for the green track lay?
No.
Yeah, go ahead and spend 50, probably from the company money, because company money is,
spend money.
Made to be spent. Okay.
I mean, is there a reason to put one there?
It doesn't help you right now because you don't have.
I don't think it does. Right?
You don't have 2 routes to run. Eventually, it could. But even so, like what I'm looking at is if you then next lay to Koln, you can run 1-2 train to Koln and the other 2 train to Dykirch.
Yeah.
From the B. Yeah, Lux is weird because you start with a ton of station tokens, but there's rarely a reason to play them, and they do cost money to play.
Yeah. Okay. This goes to 8, correct?
This goes to 8. What are we talking about? Your revenue. Yes, you're running 480.
Okay. God, all the effort I put into run 11, and you do it just like that.
Yeah. And then I go payout, right?
Yep. Hit payout if you're paying out, or take money if you're withholding.
And if it pays out, thank you.
Yep. Would you like to buy a train?
I don't. I feel like I'm going to say no because we're going through those 3s semi-quick. And as soon as 4s hits, my 2s are gone. I don't know if I want to push that any further.
That's fair.
It's fair. Alternatively, if we're going through 3s quickly, maybe that's a reason to grab one so you don't end up without a train.
Yes, but I would say yes, but Lily isn't buying anything right now. And there's no position to buy anything for a little bit.
Not necessarily.
The other thing that I will point out real quick is that you have 300, so if you can also be the person to choose to push through to the 4s if you hold.
And another note, we have another operating round in this set, so you don't necessarily need to decide right now because you're not going to run the extra train.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it, and Lily will have enough money to float a company
if she sells all. Yeah, that's right.
But will I?
All right, I'm going to elect to think on it until the next operating round.
Yeah, I think you're fine not buying right now. All right, Mon is going to lay straight, as you might expect. It is also going to token in there for $40. Then it's going to run trains. We're going to go 60-20 and 60-10-30. I said that like I was doing the math, but I wasn't. It's going to be 6-6-12, 14, 15, 18. That feels alarmingly good.
Wait, how much did you run for?
18? Because I'm going 1-2 and I'm going 1-2-3. And it's
that's rude. The power of the 3 train compels you.
All right.
No question. How do you get more money on your on the companies? Like this one's at 75.
That's a fun question.
So is it literally take money and then fuck your thing over?
That's exactly what it is.
There's another way. There's a second way.
If you have shares in the bank pool, they pay out to the company.
Right.
But that's very dependent upon other people being kind enough not to buy up your bank pool shares.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't love how much Garrick was able to just ride my coattails off of that. I spent all the money and he got all the benefit.
I like it. I think that's it. I paid out, and we're just going to leave it at that. Nothing fancy. So we move on to the next operating round. Privates pay, and then Antwerp is up first.
Oh, privates pay every... Ooh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Antwerp.
And that's why if you weren't actually... Well, that maybe would have been an argument to not purchase in your private immediately and to purchase it in now, because then you would have gotten one payout to yourself.
That's okay. I lost $15.
Permissive track lays on this, yeah?
Permissive, yeah.
Okay. So, for instance, if I do this, I can, on a future turn, upgrade the B. Okay.
And by you mean me.
You make a really strong argument for me not doing that, actually. Yeah, this order of operations is annoying me. Me doing everything before you is problematic.
You could just upgrade Antwerp.
I mean, that's probably what I'm going to do. Also, Lily's about to trash my stock, so it's not going to matter. I'll be going after you after this.
Will I?
I mean, I don't know. You might not.
I'm not sure I know what I'm doing, so...
Well, the thing is, you do need to eventually float a company so that you can buy in the Albert Canal.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, I feel like upgrading Antwerp probably is the right choice. I could be really awkward and upgrade this guy just because it almost never gets upgraded.
I was going to say that. That would be funny. You are running to it.
I am running to it. I mean, and it's the same difference, right? It's $10 extra revenue, which you're going to get either way.
Yeah.
God, this is annoying. You're annoying me, Garrick.
Happy to annoy you, best buddy.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Be weird and try to go to Tilburg? I don't think it really works. Also, there's no money there. Screw that. We'll just do this and stop fussing over it. Come on, come token my home place. Join me, there's cookies.
There's cookies? Oh, now I have to come.
Alright, so that's going to be 50 plus 70 is 120 plus 80 is 200. Yeah, the extra 3 train was 100% necessary purchase. Okay. Now, Garrick, if you want to lay the gentle curve into Ghent, I will definitely upgrade the B for you.
It is tempting.
Don't like this collaboration.
Paying out. I don't have any money to purchase a train, so I'm not going to. Did we pay out privates?
We did.
I keep asking this.
Yep,
Yes,
we did.
It's fair, considering I miss it so often. But this time I'm on it, for now.
For now.
For now. Lux is up.
Lux is going to build... That's where I'm debating. 1, 2... But I don't own that one. Put it there. Go through that, yeah. So I think I should just do...
Yeah, that lets you run for 160.
Right?
Yeah, it'll run once.
I think that's the... I can't do anything else. And the only other thing I could do is build, like, there, and then put a station here. And do 1 and 2. Because then I go... But I don't have a 3. I would need a 3 for it to really matter, right?
Yeah.
Also, you want to capitalize on your really high-value B tile.
Oh, that's also true. So I think that's the right call. I don't need to upgrade that to a green at all. There's no point. And I would put the other train there, which is another 8. So I'm at 16.
Yeah. God, I forgot how high the early game payouts are in this game.
So that's 160 payout.
Okay.
want to make sure there was no other actions I can take there. I should have, or this buying would have been a thing.
You could have tokened, but that was the only other thing.
I don't think I need to, because I can do that at the beginning of the next one if I want to do something.
Yeah,
correct?
There's no reason for you to do it right now.
Perfect.
No one's gonna storm in there and steal your token spots.
No one. I mean, unless I build out and give them a path to.
Yeah. Which,
you know, I was actually going over that. I was like, what would be the odds of like being a good idea to move all the way to there? And I was like, oh, but then they can just come to me. Never mind, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, I'd really love to know if the designer.
Well, that's a. I feel like there could be an argument if you can take both Lux and Lie working together, because Lux has so many tokens.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only argument I can see for why Lux has that many tokens, is that the intent might be that Lux is supposed to cross the mountains. I just don't see what they get out of it.
Right. Like, Lux has its happy little corner.
Lux has a very solid little run by itself in the corner without even trying. And nobody can really interact with it because of the mountain chain. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know what the right thing is there.
I think this map is probably just bad.
I designed poorly.
Yeah, I like a lot about this game. I think it has problems, but yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I think calling Brussels a times 2 is probably just too aggressive.
Way too aggressive.
Without that, it would change a lot of the dynamics.
Yeah.
Especially with that, with the 2T existing.
And Antwerp being a kick-ass city next to it. I mean, he goes up to 80.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lux is done. Mon is up.
Yes.
Mon is going to
lay the gentle curve to Kent.
It is a better run. It is a better run.
One of us has to take the bullet, and I'm pretty low on cash, so it's probably not going to be me.
$40? Sure. I'll lay it.
I mean, you'll still get to run it before me because, again, Lily's going to dump my stock. So
we'll see. I'm not convinced Lily knows what she's doing. Which means I don't know.
Lily's not convinced Lily knows what she's doing.
I'm pretty convinced that I see what the obvious path is, but I guess it's hard because, like, OST without the private and Lie just in general, neither of them is very good.
I mean, like, also, I don't like playing the standard options. I like seeing when I do weird things, what happens. So
yeah,
that's also a problem. Is I'm a little bit
just like
a player.
It's like this game. I could have trashed Antwerp and dumped it on you first turn, but Antwerp is so good. And same for Mon, same for Lux. It's kind of like, am I really at risk of having these companies dumped on me? Is that a thing?
We played this at 3-player, didn't we?
We have played this 3-player, yes.
Was it better or worse? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
I don't think it's. I don't know. I kind of like having the fourth. I kind of like having the fourth player personally.
I almost always like having a fourth player. I think 1849 is like the only 18xx game where I prefer it 3-player right now. I'm just wondering because, like, you know, there's basically 3 good companies in this game, and what does the fourth person do? I guess they break up.
It's me.
The option. Anyway, we're back into the stock round. I paid out. Priority deal is on Lily.
It's me.
Now Lily has to make a choice.
No, I don't.
I mean,
you can just pass. That's fine.
No, I'm going to par OST at 67.
Yeah, that feels right.
Alan?
Okay. So there is again a funny strat here of
Oh, jeez. I forgot the cert limit was so tight at 4.
As if I dump Antwerp now, it's still really good, but all I have to do is push to the 4s. That's still a lot of money, though. Ugh. And I'd have to take lie. Gross. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna buy a Mon. I'll do the. There are no choices in this game. Spend 71 on a Mon.
I've never had so much fun not making choices.
I still think I disagree with y'all saying there's no choices.
My go?
It is your go, yeah. Unless
I'm gonna try something weird because I've never played this before. I'll either go down in flames or we'll win. I don't know.
Do it.
Lie.
Yes!
Nice.
Love it.
I love it. Let's get all the companies in the game and burn the trains.
Yeah.
This is actively bad for me.
Garrick, what would you like to do, sir?
Cert limit of 10?
Yup. You're at 7.
I know, I'm counting.
No, I mean, I just meant it's like right here.
Oh,
when does the game end again?
The game ends either when somebody goes bankrupt because they can't afford to purchase a train for their company that needs one, or when we drain out the bank and then we finish out the operating.
That's the only 2 ways it ends?
It's the only
That is the only-
trains, it doesn't end if we're out of trains?
Nope.
Nope.
We also won't run out of trains because there's 5 2Ts, and I think by rules they're probably an infinite number.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe not. Typically, there's infinite diesels.
There's only 5 2Ts.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to do this. I need just 5 minutes.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, everyone trashes company.
On it.
I don't know if that was a good move or not. We'll see.
I think it's a great move. But I'm also a chaotic player, so I don't know if trusting me is the best choice.
No, I think it's a good move.
I have an idea.
I think it's a good move.
Ideas are fun.
I would have floated whichever company I could at this moment. So now I'm debating what to do.
Also, I saw how much money you had, and I was like, if I do this, I stop you from doing it. Was also a thought.
That's definitely a good thing to keep it out of the hands of other players.
The only thing is for me to float this company, I'm going to have to sell my Mon to do it, unless someone else helps me and starts buying it. But even then, they could take control if I don't sell Mon. So I can only get to 50%.
If you can get 50%, to 50, then no one can take it.
Yeah.
That's fair, but I need to get to 60 for someone to float it. So if someone else buys it, I have to sell Mon to float it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone else doesn't buy, yeah.
I
forget. Does selling Mon lower it by 1?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't not left, down 1. Okay.
Yes.
So it's not as brutal.
They move up and down in stock rounds, and they move left and right in operating rounds.
Got it.
That's the simple explanation.
So basically, as long as I have control, no one can move my purple token left, right?
Yes.
But they can move it up and down in the line.
Correct.
By selling it. So like if it's at this 100 right now, it won't be able to go over anymore. I have to raise it and then go.
No, so actually, I didn't mention that, but if something would move right while it's in one of these spaces with an arrow, the arrow bumps it up instead of moving right.
Oh, and that's like if it goes left here, it would just go down instead.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
And just like as a side note, the reason Alan keeps saying a treacherous company is if I sell all 4 of these stocks for Antwerp, it will drop 4 spaces.
That's
so
why he's like
from here to here because I have 4 of them, and that's why he's been saying I can trash his company.
Speaking of, I'm buying an OST.
I will also buy an OST.
And now we wait.
And now we wait. But are there any other questions you have at this point? Because we have a lull in things.
I mean, I think I understand, and I mean, it's not that I don't have questions. I feel that I understand the game, and I'm actually like kind of really like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
join us.
I'm a math person, and I love financial stuff. So like, this is just kind of like tickling my funny bone, or like.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I like it.
Join us on Tuesdays.
Or whatever day we start doing.
It's just unfortunate because Tuesdays has always been like a night for me and Joey, or Joey and I. So
we've been talking
so much. It's fun.
We've been talking about moving this to a different day anyway, and we're still figuring out which day. So
the problem is you hang out with Joey on like every day. So
honestly, we spend more time just chatting more than actually like hanging out and doing stuff. We talk every day, but we don't always do stuff every day. It's usually like Friday, Saturday, Sundays that are a little bit because it's easier because it's the weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like Thursday we watch Critical Role, but like we also have been trying to like also not watch that live because it's super late and we both work mornings. But like, who needs sleep, right?
Not me.
I need sleep.
I hate sleeping.
Lack of sleep,
let me rephrase that. I love sleeping. I hate going to bed and I hate waking up.
I love sleeping. I just hate losing time to sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I could not need to sleep, I wouldn't. I want that time.
Yeah. Everyone's like all these weird superpowers. I'm like, can I give up sleeping?
Right. Yes.
I'm like, I would not have a problem working like a 9-to-5 job if I could do all the things I want to do the rest of the time I have off. But I have to spend like half of it sleeping.
Agreed. So much.
I don't need the big superpower. Although teleportation would also be nice because that would save me a lot of time. But
yeah, like I think if I had to pick two things, it'd probably end up being teleportation and sleeping. I'm like like not needing to sleep.
100%. I agree. Those are my top two.
Garrick, what are your top two superpower choices?
Is immortality one of the options?
No.
Dang it.
I know that's what you want, but
I just want to live forever. Is that so much?
I feel like a lot of people would like that one, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like I want a superpower to be something you actively do, and it's not like a passive thing. I don't know. That's like what my brain is telling me.
Can like being a long living elf be part of my superpower of not sleeping or something?
I mean, elves
because they live forever, right? Yeah.
Elves live for a super long time, and they don't need to sleep. Yeah, obviously, so we should just all be elves.
It's not immortal, but like you go a lot longer.
I'd take that. I'd take something. I would take all the time on Earth I can get. That's all.
And I'm back. What'd I miss?
We're talking about superpowers.
Nice. Paper cuts.
It is your turn, sir.
Pat floated lie. I purchased an OST. Lily purchased another OST. Well,
I haven't floated it yet.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Pat bought the president chair of lie.
Yeah.
Let's see. And lie was part at how much?
67.
The minimum.
Who needs money?
Oh, apparently we're playing the game right.
Are we?
Well, the one time we played this and I had enough money to par at 100, they all just trashed my stock before I floated, and I ended up floating at like 65 anyway. So, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is how you do it in this game.
It's actually kind of funny with the par price and the IPO price not being the same. The par price and the stock price just being the same. How trashing a company isn't as harsh.
No, it's worse.
Well, I mean, like, it is worse because you lose it, but like you're not buying 100 from the IPO while people trash it down to 65.
While that is true, you can impact their capitalization in this game, remember?
That's fair. I forgot about that.
That's what I was talking about. Like, I started at 100. You guys trashed me down, and when I ended up capitalizing, I only got like $600.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That was pretty.
Wow, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, I forgot we were complete jerks.
Oh wow,
I like it.
Well, I'm gonna buy a lie.
Okay. I'm also going to buy a lie.
I'll buy an OST.
What a pass.
I am going to buy a lie and then sell two.
Yep.
Sure. What is it at now? 65?
65, yeah.
So you just
Not
lost
too bad.
$20 in company money, basically.
It's not bad.
It's not much.
I'm gonna buy a lie.
Perfect.
It's more me being petty than anything
and
else.
live floats because 60% is out in the wild.
Yep. And it floats getting $650 instead of $670.
Take money.
Yep. All right. Hmm. Lie is such a weird company. What is it doing out there? What was John thinking?
I don't know, but I got a plan.
You got a plan.
At least a thought of a plan.
I mean, like I said earlier, I think the Lie Lux combo could be a thing. But what are you doing? Are you just laying across the mountain so that you go play in Lux's territory? Or are you trying to bust Lux out into Antwerp for some reason? I mean, there's enough token spots in Antwerp that you could. I just, every time I've ever seen Lie goof off with the ooze, it always goes bad. So I feel like the play is probably go straight to Antwerp. Whose turn is it?
It's mine.
It's Derek's.
I don't know how this game works. This game is nonsense. I'll sell 2 OST shares.
Okay. OST drops to 65.
And I'll purchase a lie for 65.
Yep.
From the bank pool or from the IPO?
You have a point from the bank pool. Get back in your stack. Why do you not want to stack? Is it upside down? There it is. It was upside down. Willie?
I will gain $17 by trading this in for an OST.
Blood in the water.
Is that lowers it to 82? Or from there?
Yep.
And then I will grab that floats OST.
Yep. That's 650.
Okay.
And then Alan's up.
Buy a Mon for how much is it right now? 71?
71.
Okay.
I'm gonna sell my Mon.
Ouch!
For how much?
Bloodbath begins!
71.
71?
Yeah.
Take money, and then I'm gonna buy the lie.
You sure you don't want to buy that Antwerp?
So I will say
Yes.
there's not a lot of benefit to you going heavier into Lie right now. It's not going to earn you a lot of money right at this second. Whereas
2 ORs.
Actually, that's
And Antwerp does get to run twice on those 2 RRs versus Les once.
Don't get me wrong. I would love for you to purchase the lie and leave me the Antwerp. But that's the problem. I would love for that, which means it's probably not what you want to do.
Yeah, the rule of this game is fast money. The early money snowballs and capitalizes into future money. So if you can get
fair enough.
If you can get quick money, you should do it.
How much is it? 76?
76.
Okay.
All right. That does make my life a little more complicated.
Oh.
So I know. It's so sad.
Buy more lie. The cake is a lie, Garrick.
I didn't know this was 2009. Yeah, I'll buy a lie.
I've been burned.
When did Portal actually come out? I don't remember.
Like 07, I think.
Oh god, was it even earlier?
I mean, I remember a friend of mine playing the Orange Box in my freshman year of college, which was 2006.
Oh, there you go.
Lily?
I pass.
I'm gonna buy this Bank Pool Mon, I think.
I pass.
For 69. Oh wait, is this a mistake?
You can buy one more share, Pat, if you want.
Yeah, I know I can.
Oh god, you shouted out that you passed before I could realize what I was doing. Damn it.
I mean,
Well,
to be fair,
so he can't buy it.
I acted out of turn. So if you want to, like, I didn't wait for you to finish. So if you want to rethink.
Well, I'm realizing what that does to me in terms of PD and all the liability I'm holding.
No, you don't have any lie. Sorry. Sorry.
If we're letting takesies backsies happen,
Yeah,
I'm not.
I went
I'm
too
not gonna
fast.
buy that.
I should have waited and asked if you were done before I just did it. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass.
Okay, I'm gonna take a lie then.
Very nice.
Garrick?
I'll pass.
I pass.
What's the likelihood that Garrick decides to dump Mon? Oh, I'm sad.
The
You weren't
answer is I
supposed
don't.
to.
The answer is I don't know, Alan.
I wasn't supposed to take a lie.
Yeah, you were supposed to pass.
Uh,
Oh,
I only passed because you didn't.
I know.
So as soon as you didn't pass, okay, I'll buy my last one. Sure.
Pat gets
Pat, I love how well you've taken to this game. It's amazing.
So I just wanted control for next round. But if I'm not gonna get it, I might as well spend my money.
I mean, having the max amount of shares right now is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Share density is always a key one in these games, I feel like.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is that, like, I can't get live fully out no matter what. So it's like I need someone else to do it, or else the shares never go up, right?
So there's 650 in both entering the pool. So
They just don't go up during the SR. They'll still move in the OR.
Yes. That's more what I mean.
did we make it to the fives here?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think we do. I think we part our companies at too low a value. Yeah, I'll just pass, and if Garrick is mean, then Garrick is mean. It's fine. Let's go to the OR.
Pat, are you passing?
I'm passing.
Okay.
Unless I was just like dump something right now.
Yeah. All right. Peanut goes to Garrick.
All right.
Cool. Marcos, it's not intentional that we've avoided all like run good company games. It's just convenience that we keep playing these over and over. That's all it is. At the end, Antwerp and Luxembourg will rise up, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that. They stay together. Buddy, buddy. But to that point, Marcos, there are a number of more engineer-like games that I do want to try. Anyway, Private's Pay. First up is Luxembourg, which is pretty good for Luxembourg, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
You kind of came dangerously close to getting your 2s rusted, but things worked out pretty A-okay.
So I collect at the end of my. I don't wait. It's not everybody, right? I collect as soon as my turn is done. So if someone else pushes to the 4s, I still got my 2s in.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep. And that's why operating priority can be so important.
Yeah. So I think the first thing we do, I can go straight to green for 50, was it?
Yes.
Into a train is 180. Ooh.
Taylor, you've played other ones. You've played 61, 67.
61, 67 companies game? I think it's hard because I've never actually played it on the map. Like, I've only played it on .games. So
Yeah. I mean, you've played everything on .games. So you've played, more
I have not
variety
played everything
than
on .games anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. What have you not played?
I don't know. Whatever's new.
Have they added anything recently?
Well, I know they added 18 Texas because I jumped into that when I saw it, and I was like, heck no, I can't not be in that.
Quick question.
Sure.
I'm back.
Does
again.
this have no green option, right?
Correct. The little
Okay.
towns, dits, doinks, whistle stops, they have a billion names depending on the region of the country that you're in. They do not have any upgrades in pretty much any game. Well, that's not true, but in most 30-style games.
All right. Where are we at?
Lux is deciding what to do.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't hold you up.
Nope.
And we got distracted because Neos Marcos was asking if we were going to play some operational games.
62. Have I played 62?
No, I don't think you have. I don't think it's on .games yet. It's by Mike Hutton. We own it. It was put out by GMT.
Okay.
Remember you bought it for me?
No. I remember nothing about anything ever.
It's fair.
I wonder if there's a play here where you start working towards Arlen since you can't get immediate value off of laying this dit.
I was wondering that. If this is maybe the time.
I can get immediate value.
Okay, can you?
I'm pretty sure if I put that down and then buy the 3 train and then put a thing down.
No, remember you always run before you buy trains.
Yeah, you buy train at the end of the turn.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, there may have been an argument for you buying a 3 train at the end of your last run.
I did not know that. I thought I could. Okay. Oops. Lesson learned.
Well, let's just retro it. I don't think it affects anybody else's plays.
Yeah, I mean, I know
That's up to you guys.
I made my stock round decisions. They would not have changed, is what I'm trying to say. I tried to minimize the new companies regardless.
My personal thought is it was a bit of a misplay on a new player. I think we just let you get the 3 train. We say you bought it last round and we call it there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Nothing really has changed. That would have. Yeah, that's fine.
Spend money.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not realize that.
Did we pay privates?
I did pay privates, yeah.
Did we pay them 2 times last round? Because
yeah, we did.
I feel like
So
I should have
doing
more.
that probably, right?
Because I remember Pat commenting of, "Oh, we get privates paid each OR."
Mhm.
So I just remember that interaction.
2, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I'm wasting a train though.
No, so you can run a train suboptimally, basically. You can run that 3 train for only 2 stops. So you can run each of those coming out of the B.
Oh,
80.
that'd be way better. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's do that. And then next turn when I build again, I can fix it up.
Yeah.
When do the values go? They go to the second values in brown. Is that when that happens?
Yeah, Mets is running at 10. How is this better? Is it just because we're running
So
the B
60,
multiple
80,
times?
80. Yeah, it's just like, you've got, yeah.
Okay. No,
It's-
yeah,
it's
you're
60,
hitting
80, 80.
you're getting 150 off the B by running it this way. It makes sense.
Yep.
Trying to think if there's something else I can do, but
I think the truly maximum value would be to put a token in here and then to lay that dit, because then
that's what I was.
You'd run, 80, 80.
Well, isn't there a bonus going north to south? You said
the bonus is for going north to south. True. But you would get if you.
So the problem is you only have one tile light. Now the following round you can totally do that. Problem is I think you're about to lose all your 2 trains. So.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was saying as a hypothetical, instead of this one.
Yeah. That's instead of that one, if I put the token down, would that not be?
No,
it's still going. No, because it needs to be a longer one. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
I see what's happening.
But if you do this one and token here, it is technically more money because it's running for
30, 40, 70
as opposed to the 60.
80. It's as opposed to the 60. Yeah.
Yeah, it does make sense.
If you want,
you get slightly more money. I will say, laying the token, you spend 40 of your company's money.
If that matters.
Yes, I know that. Yes. So spend 40, and then I've got 80, 80, and 40. How is that better?
3, 6, 7. No, you've got 80, 80, and 70.
70.
Because it's 30,
you run the
10.
train.
Oh, right. Got it.
Ends up being $130.
80, 80, 70. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And I spend $40 here. Spend money.
That's 230.
Yep, there you go.
So that goes to there.
Yep.
23, yeah.
And I think this is good. And now, okay, what's the next phase after that? Again, sorry. Now
you can either pay it out or withhold it.
And I think this is one of those situations where I kind of want money on there. So I think I might take the money and take the cutback. So if you guys want to sell, it doesn't also go up higher.
Oh, this is maybe where I should mention something.
Yes.
You are allowed to purchase trains from other companies in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have Liege buy, say, a 3 and a 4 train. It's got the money for that. And then on Luxembourg's next turn, during the purchase train step of its turn, you could purchase one of these 2 trains over from Liege into Luxembourg. And the price can be anything above $1 or anything $1 or higher. Mm-hmm. So you can buy it over for $1. You could buy it over for $100, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. The other thing you could do is you buy the 4 in, or actually, let's check the order of it. Yeah, Liege is going to happen before. You could, with Liege, buy in the 3, buy the 2, buy one of your 2s over from Luxembourg just to shift your money around a little bit and try to optimize things if you wanted to do that.
That's actually because they've already used the train. I can sell it on Liege's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Or Liege's turn.
More accurately, you can have Liege buy it.
No, you can.
Yeah,
so you can never sell a train. You can only buy trains.
That's what I mean, though. Sorry.
Yeah,
so it's already been used for Lux, but Lie is allowed to buy it on their turn anyway.
They wouldn't get to run it because they're buying after they run trains, but Lie could buy it over just to shuffle money around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the argument would be buy the 3 train, buy the 2 train, and then buy the 4 train, which rusts the 2 train that you just got over. The value inherent is just that it gives you a way to shift money into Lux. If you feel like you need to do that. The problem is you didn't par very high and you don't actually have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So.
But in theory, that's an option that's available to you. You maybe don't need to withhold Luxembourg because you have money in Liege, and you could shuffle your assets around between the 2 companies. That's the only reason I bring it up, because now is the time to know that.
Okay. Well, now I'm not sure what to do.
I can tell you...
Do what feels right for you.
Do what feels right for you. I can tell you in traditional 30-style games, you almost never withhold until you get, like... Unless it's buying you a permanent train or you're really experienced and you know what you're doing.
I guess that's true. They are...
I feel like half the time it's the really experienced players who are following those rules, though.
Who are not following those rules?
No, who are following the rules of never withholds.
Oh well, the 1830 is a whole thing. But anyway, that's sort of the traditional logic. That said, these Winsomes are a little weird, and the conventional logic may not apply. I know I've been considering withholds all game, and I haven't done it, but I've been considering it.
Well, that's where I'm at. Like, these 2 trains are about to burn, which means this is the last chance for a withhold that wouldn't hurt me quite as much.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it before they burn, because I think that's what I was thinking, because like that's 2 purchases away, and someone else could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Although they don't have money for it, except for
OST will do it 100%.
That's what I mean. It's like, if I don't do it now, I won't have the money for next turn to buy. You know what I mean? Like, I can literally do it, and then I go into train buying, right? I can buy that 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could.
And then the tree is probably going to be good, although she's probably going to buy... I don't know if she can buy 2 of them. Well, she can.
I think the odds that we push to the 5s is pretty low.
I agree. That's why I'm thinking if I do it, and then I can use that money to immediately buy that last 3, and then that makes OST have to spend double the money.
So right now, Lux cannot buy a train. You're at train limit.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't even realize that one.
You're right. I was
that one.
He would have an extra slot in 1830 right now, wouldn't he?
I don't think so.
No, maybe not. No, yeah.
But in any case, that's why I was saying, in theory, you could withhold here so that you have some extra money. Buy a 3 and a 4 with Liege, but in the middle there, buy the 2, shift all of Liege's money into Lux, and then Lux potentially has the power to break through to a 5, depending on where the 4 trains lie. Like, that, I think, would be the argument for a withhold, is less about protecting yourself and more about endangering other people's assets. Like, you currently have capital control because you're the only person who controls 2 companies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so now would be the opportunity to push that power by trying to push the trains further by capitalizing on the value that you have. So that would be the argument for withholding here. Yes, your stock takes a short-term drop, but it gives you the most capital to potentially aggressively push trains later.
My gut's telling me to take the money, so I'm gonna do it.
Cool.
Follow your gut.
Guts are gross.
Means I move this to 76. That stays at 82, correct? Right?
Yeah.
Left to right? Yep. Okay, cool. I think that's it for Lux, if I'm not mistaken, because I can't buy trains, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I got no room.
Unfortunately. Alright, well, I'm gonna go do the thing.
Well, number of trains. Are we not on number of trains 4? I just want to make sure.
No, it's over here. It's this side.
Trains. Okay.
3 trains per railroad.
That's the number in the game.
There's 4 3 trains in the game, is what that's telling us.
Okay, cool. Got it.
That's a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna come place this B so that Garrett can token it. But it's fine. I still make money off of this, and that's my thought. Because now I can hit Brussels 3 times, which is great.
Yeah.
So this is a 2 train from north south is $80. Left to right is 110, so that's 19. And then my 3 train going north is...
Have a good night, Marcos.
25, 26, 30. Best run I'm going to have for a long time. And I am 100% withholding. Got to prepare for that train rush.
All right, Mons is up.
Yeah.
$100. Ooh. Still got the 2 and the 3.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where you go from here. Maybe upgrade this so it connects to Antwerp and then token the B?
I don't know how much that gets me.
Well, that gets you value off of the 2, right? Because then you can run Antwerp to B, Brussels to Brussels.
Nope.
Or it actually... No?
So I'd be reusing track.
I was saying if you token the B. Oh, no, you're right. Ignore me. I'm an idiot. So maybe you start laying to the south of the B. I don't know. You gotta get the loops going.
The loop-de-loops.
This is why I actually kind of semi-dislike Antwerp, is because I feel like only having 2 tokens, you're really limited. I think Mon kind of can overtake you here.
$100. I'm running for less than you. 611.
5 more trains.
Don't forget our motto, Garrick.
What? No math?
No, ABBT.
Yes.
Come on.
Always be buying trains.
Buy the last 3 train. Make it goofy.
What does tokening the B actually get me?
Guarantees the OST can't do it. Outside of that, not much. Prevents me from going through it.
Yeah. Seems like it's a dubious value, but...
Well, you could also
I will say,
money,
I
right?
don't feel like OST, the player who owns OST is that much of a threat. Just saying.
I don't know.
Because-
You have a free
No.
2T train.
I do have a free 2 train if we ever get there, which has happened that we haven't gotten there before, and that's a dead stock in my hand.
Have we gotten?
I needed to make sure that we got through, and I did not do that.
I'm not sure. I'm actually looking at the layout of the trains, and unless people start aggressively withholding, I think it's dangerous that we never get to the 6 trains.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
This is why I think MNBS is a really dangerous private to buy. Like, it's cool when it works.
It's tough because it means you want to push the trains the most, but you're in the worst position to do so.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably...
Fine. I'll token the B. And will they... That, maybe?
Cool.
Maybe I try to control the ooh?
Ooh.
Double hitting it gets me an extra 10. Or control the ooh. Yeah, I think we do this. Okay. I need to pay my 100. And then we're gonna run. I did the math but forgot it because I'm me. Let's see, it was 6, 11, 17, 18, 22. Oh, 22. And we're going to withhold it. And not buy a train. Mana's done.
You don't want to buy a 3 train, really?
I've got one.
So we're on to lie.
We're on to lie.
So lie. That out of the way.
Yeah, and the initial orientation of this is probably very important. Although we're in green, you could go straight to green. Actually,
there is a strong argument for doing that. In fact,
you should almost definitely do that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and grab you this X here.
You. Yep.
And that is, in fact, the orientation you want.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because you probably want... your next tile lay is going to Aiken, as crappy as that is. Although maybe we're in brown by then and it's worth 50. I don't know. Well, it's the only tile lay that gets you money.
Yes. Either way, that's done, and I can't build a train. So what happens to my token? I go to the left?
Yes, but first you need to spend 50 from Liege or from your treasury, because you did the straight to green.
Yeah.
Spend money. Gone.
Okay. Yep, and then you fall back.
Thank you. And now I'm buying this for sure. Debating if I buy the... I think I do.
And then you also could buy over a 2 from Lux first if you'd like.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you could buy the 3 train for 180. You could leave... You could buy over a 2 train for,
to transfer money over.
Yeah.
Spend money.
All right, so that leaves 120 that you don't need for a 4 train. So
and you always want to leave at least $1, because you can't buy if you don't have any money.
Yeah.
All right, let's sell this for... Because I want to buy that 4 train, I think, though, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So you do. I think you do want to buy the 4 train. The 4 train's a fairly safe investment.
So let's buy this for 80.
119 would be the most.
You want to do all? You're telling me to do all of it?
Well, no. So actually, you may not want to, because Liege has all these mountains around it. I don't know what your plan for Liege is.
That's fair.
Yeah, you may need to leave $40 for terrain. I don't know what you want to do with it. So I can't.
Yeah, I think you do need that.
60.
Okay. I think you could probably 60. Do a little more, unless you
take money. No, I'm gonna just be happy with that. And then 300.
You're happy with that? You're happy with that.
Spend money. And then I'm gonna buy that, causing all 2 trains to die.
Very nice.
I needed those.
Kablooey.
They were earning me lots of monies. Honestly, those 2 trains always last longer than they should in this game, I feel.
Yeah.
This game's surprisingly hard. I feel like this game's actually kind of difficult to push trains.
I think it's because of the privates. I think it's because somebody gets stuck with MNBS and Albert Canal, and then there's only 3 companies buying trains.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that was... You gotta kind of make sure you don't end up with both of these 2.
Yeah, I think the private auction is really delicate.
It definitely seems to be.
Okay.
I think I'm done off that.
I think so.
Good lie. So...
Ostend.
Oh, wait, I get to do something? What is this?
What is life?
Heck if I know.
Are you going to buy both 4 trains? That'd be fun.
No, I'm not going to do that. First off, do I want to just do that?
Yeah, you got to do that straight to green while you got it.
Yeah, this is better. We will do this. Fail to run, so I fall back. I will spend 300 to buy a 4 train. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. We do it again.
We do it again. What's
Wait,
up?
actually, I'm gonna buy in my private.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, it's a good use of your 300.
For all the money.
For all the money! We don't need any more money in that company!
Oh god, this is great.
Wow.
Okay.
For all
I mean,
the money.
that's what it's for. It's a giant ass pile of money.
That's great.
All right. We have another round. Lux is up. Private's paid.
I mean, honestly, you're the safest person to do that because you have the MNBS.
Yeah, I feel totally fine with this.
So
That's hilarious.
what's the bonus for going from top to bottom again?
$20.
Yeah, it's
That
an
doesn't
extra
change
20.
anything.
Not
You're-
nothing.
you're
but
only-
not really something.
Well, the thing is though, right now you're only running 1 3 train, which means
Yeah.
you can only
I
actually hit.
already got enough anyway. That's the max. I can't do
Well,
it better.
So this technically.
It is
the
not
same.
better.
It's the same.
It's-
Oh, it is the same because we're still not in brown.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, you probably just lay
That's
to
what I'm
Arlen.
thinking.
In fact, if you wanted to spend the money, maybe even this might be
That's
the
what I
correct.
was also thinking. Oh, I just got an achievement. Woo, devoted. That's 50, right? To do that?
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The green one that you had done.
All right, I'll put it back.
Spend money. 50.
It just gives you more flexibility. That's all.
Yep. I'm now scoring, which is 30, 30, 50, so 110.
Yeah.
That feels bad. Oh, that's Mon. That's the wrong one.
Yeah. Feels bad, doesn't it?
Yeah. And now this one we pay out, I believe. Yeah. So hit payout, which causes. Whoop. I picked them both up. That to go here. And then I'm going to buy a train from you guys for. And spend money.
$1.
One. Take money.
Screw you, lie. You suck.
I like it.
And that's it for Lux.
Are you paying out?
I already did.
Okay. I just wasn't sure which.
I'll do it again if you.
All right, Antwerp is up.
All right. God, what does Antwerp do? I don't know. I might actually upgrade this tile. So I'm in this weird place where I feel like anything I do just improves your run more than mine, Garrick. So maybe it's better to just not even.
Could just do nothing, yeah.
Well, because, like, all right, the thought is maybe I lay the bow and arrow here so that I can eventually loop. But then you just can connect the loop, run your 3 train for better than I got to run my 3 train for. That's gross. I don't like it. Then again, you're a little more. You might just want to lay the oo down. I think you maybe need to lay the oo down, but so that Lily doesn't steal control of it.
Yeah, I probably need to control the oo more than I need to get that run.
That's fair. I'll do that.
Psych! No, I'm kidding.
No, I mean it makes the most sense. And
Yeah, I agree.
I need to not focus so much on whether or not you're getting better value off of things than me, because
I need to get my Yu-Gi-Oh trap card toy.
Unfortunately, my best run right now then is 13, I believe, because I run south to here from the B.
Makes sense.
And next turn it'll be better. So, God, that hurts losing all those 2s. Buy the last 4. Who's buying the 4 right now? Probably just me.
Probably you.
Yeah, I think if I don't buy it, it ends up locked up in a very strange place for a long time. I just don't like it. Yeah, I have to buy it. Oh, I pay out.
Oh, okay. I'll move you over.
Thanks. And I pay $300. Hey, look, it's all the money I made last turn.
Should have had a second rail company buy it for you.
Is Antwerp all done?
Antwerp is done, yes.
Okay.
Get off me.
Mon is going to lay the ooh. Probably like this. Maybe an argument to that. Better for Lily, but maybe Antwerp likes that in the long run? Or Mons likes that in the long run? Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? We'll lay it like that. We'll run...
Oh.
We'll run for 15.
I haven't even been the mean one here. I feel offended.
I know you'll token that ooh, and you've only got 25 in your treasury.
I'm broke.
Okay.
I mean, she is one private company payout away from being able to afford a token.
She's not getting that private payout.
Yeah, no, like the 5 train's gonna get bought and everything's gonna close.
Oh, you're gonna buy the 5 train now? Because I made it easy for you?
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah, this is maybe an argument for this. Maybe it's a mistake. We'll see. I'm running for 15. I'm paying out, and
if you pay out, you cannot buy the 5 train.
that's not true. I have Cockerill Locomotive Company.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So I will buy it for $225.
That's literally the best use of that company.
I don't like it. All the 3s go away.
All the 3s and all the privates go away. We're now in brown.
Except for my stupid one that stays in my hand.
Yes, except for your special one. Yeah.
I should not have bought the 4 train. Damn it.
And that's Mon. So on to Lie.
Well, that's unfortunate for Lie in the long run.
Yeah, it does put you in a weird position, actually.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
The timing of things.
How do we actually salvage Lie? I don't know if I can salvage Lie anymore.
No, I think what you have to do, which kind of sucks, but it's not the worst thing that could have happened to you. I think that you probably just have to emergency buy the 5 using your private money. I think shifting the 4 around just gets to be cancerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to put the 4 on Lie and then emergency buy it on Luxembourg.
I think I like that idea.
I think that's the better call. But that means if I put down here, I have to emergency buy before I can... Or no? Because I won't be able to run, right? So I can't do anything.
But you can lay that track.
And so I won't be forced to buy the 5. I can buy the 4 from Luxembourg instead?
Yes. You can. The 4 is a valid purchase instead of the 5.
Okay, so let's do 40 or 50. Yeah, no, 40. Because I need to spend the money to build on there. And that's where we build that. Oops. Yeah, so we build that. We cannot run, which means my red token goes back another one. I now have to buy a train. And so I'll just do this. Transfer, spend money, take money. You can have that. What sucks is that means they can't run this turn, but
yeah.
But the 5 train is better in Luxembourg, anyways.
Yeah, it is.
No,
It's a lot better.
that's fine in the long run. That is the end of Lie.
Okay, OST is up.
OST's sad.
What,
Oh wait, no, OST's less sad.
that got turned around, I see.
Yeah, I did turn that around because I realized Lily wasn't going to get the money to token the OO
Whee!
unless she withholds, which, if she's going to do that, she can do that anyway.
Even if I withhold, I can't do it until next
Yeah.
time anyway, so.
Right.
Actually, wait. Wait, this is much funnier. We're in brown.
You can upgrade the OO right away.
Yeah, I might.
It's a better run.
Oh, with a... Oh, wow.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah. That's better.
That's sort of what I was egging you on to do.
You did it! Congrats!
I'm learning that if Garrick thinks something is a good idea, I shouldn't do it.
Well, I also have a 4 train, so it's better for me to run the 4 stops. So I can run for 160 then.
Yeah.
Wait, shouldn't Albert and Canal be gone?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that should be gone.
Okay.
But it didn't pay out, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, so I run for the 160. I will pay out and be happy with my life.
Okay. That's
happy?
our operating round.
I am. It's a weird feeling.
We're
I'm not used
back
to it.
to a stock round. I have priority deal. I will purchase something. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I guess a lie. For 50.
Keep buying those lies. Sweet little lies.
I'm
Can't
going
disguise.
to buy a mon.
Tell me lies. Hey, look, I'm also buying them on.
Crazy.
It's about time.
Hey, I've been doing this. I've been buying Mon pretty consistently.
On to Pat.
I passed.
That fast.
You're Pat. Okay.
Cat, why are you so heavy?
I should maybe point out, Pat, you can purchase shares because red is lies in the yellow. You're not at your cert limit.
Oh wait, before I do that, before I pass this, let me sell one of these Luxes.
That's maybe a fair idea.
At least one. I don't know. I might come back and sell the other one later, but at least this one for 82.
Rude.
So rude.
That's right. I'm gonna buy the OST then.
Okay. I will buy that Lux for 76.
Oh man.
I'm doubling down.
All right, so
I'm gonna buy an OST.
So Pat, this is where you could punish Garrick for investing in Lux.
That is true.
It's true.
But yeah, I can literally sell it all, right?
Yeah, you could dump the company on me.
I mean, unfortunately, you shifted all of your money into it, so it wouldn't actually hurt him that much.
Yeah, I know exactly. I was looking at that. I was like, no, there's no point.
Yeah, I feel slightly silly for selling the Lux, but I still think it was the right move. I'm gonna buy an OST for 65.
I'm passing.
All I can
Clearly, you should buy it from the IPO.
I mean, totally, but that's not what I'm doing.
You're passing, Pat?
Yep.
Okay. That's fair. I guess I get it.
I literally have to.
You don't have to. You can still buy more OSD.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I have to. I have to buy the train.
You
with
are
my
at
money.
you have 11 cards in here?
I'm allowed to. Red's in yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if red is in yellow,
Like you can buy OST if you want, but if you don't want to, that's fine.
I don't want to.
Totally fine. There's 3 OSTs left. There's 2 lies left. I'll buy a lie for 50.
I will buy that last lie. Oopsie. Nope. That's not right.
That is not right.
see, now I'm sad for not noticing that lie was in yellow. Oh well.
Clearly, Patches dumps lie on Garrick.
That would be pretty cool. I don't know. I think the 4 trains might get rusted. We'll see.
They might. They might.
I'm hoping they do.
Yeah, see, that's why I think that it might happen is because you're incentivized to make it happen.
I am incentivized to make it happen.
I pass.
Pat?
Gosh, that is so sad.
It's so sad.
My daughter, she's very sad right now.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh.
She's crying.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You thinking, Pat?
I am thinking.
No worries. Just want to make sure.
The only time you can use personal money is when you're forced to buy a train, correct?
When you're
Or
forced
you're
to buy a
upgrading
train
a
and the
road?
company doesn't have enough money on its own and
Yeah.
doesn't have a train already.
Or whenever you're doing the green purchasing, which is no longer a thing.
Yeah.
Alan, you passed or did you buy something? Sorry.
Alan passed.
I passed,
Okay.
sorry.
I'm gonna pass.
Lily's the last one to take an action.
This is
I may as well go all in and buy an OST for 65.
I will also buy an OST for 65.
Alan?
Still passing.
Pat?
I passed.
I will pass.
What? You don't want that last OST?
Nope, I'm okay.
What? You can boost it up.
Yeah, give Lily a little boosty.
No, I mean literally everything else is sold out. It would just make everything sold out.
I don't think it's...
I'm not gonna drop it. Oh my gosh, right? Guys are also scared.
Oh, you do have the free 2T train, don't you?
I have a free 2 tree train. I'm not gonna drop the OST.
Yeah, you're right. I'll buy the OST. You're right. 65.
I know.
Dear Lord, you have 14 certs. This is not going to end well.
This is not going to end well.
No, this is not going to end well.
All right, Lily?
I pass.
Alan?
I'm still on pass, and I'm really sad that I didn't realize Lie was in the yellow.
All right, I'm passing. So PD's going to end up on Lily. At the end, everything's going to rise because we're in Cuckoo Land. We have 3 operating rounds for this set. First up is Antwerp.
Alright. Antwerp's been trying to figure out what the best thing to do is here. So here, the brown for Antwerp is 60, so upgrading Brussels and Antwerp has the same overall effect. If I did that, it'd be 160. Lux is gonna buy the 4, or gonna buy the 5.
Yeah, Lux has to buy the 5.
Yeah, which means I push to 6? I don't know that pushing to 6 actually ends up benefiting me all that much. Yeah, I think I'm stuck in a bad loop. Buying the 4 train was a mistake, and Garrick talked me into it. I'm gonna blame it on Garrick.
That's fair. I barely said anything, but it's fair. I was sending like all of my energy to you, like, buy that train, buy that train.
I mean, I guess I could let Lux buy my 4 train.
You could collude. These games get weird when that happens. I kind of love it.
The thing is, I don't know how we stop what you're doing right now. I mean, Lie needs to come out of yellow for sure, because you're the one who's benefiting off of that more than anyone else.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think having 3 operating rounds of 14 certs and having a permanent train in your company is just going to be too good for you.
The game might be over. That is a very real possibility.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't see any way that I can realistically interact with you. That's the bigger problem.
Yeah.
Well, I can be annoying.
Annoying is good.
Slide this the wrong direction. And I run for 12, 17. Wait, is that? I think it's the same difference. This is plus 20 either way. Oh, wait, no, it's 18 because I hit the dit.
Yeah, you hit the dit.
So if I withhold, I'm up to 300. I don't think withholding helps me. Because I can't get to the 5 train, which means I would have to withhold like 3 times to get to a 6 train.
Yeah.
I'd rather just pay out until someone burns my 4 train and emergency buy it.
I think that's probably correct.
Also, it makes my stocks more valuable, which I like.
Right. That's the offset. Like you're gonna end up tanking your personal cash, but you keep your stock value.
Mm-hmm.
Antwerp's done?
Antwerp is sadly done.
Pat with Lux.
Yeah. Trying to decide where I want to put the that or that. I think I want to just do that. Yeah. Do that. Purple goes. Lux goes back 1. So I can't do anything, and now I'm forced to buy one. So I'm gonna buy that. So 359. I owe 91. 81.
80?
91.
Maths.
91. Right?
91. Calculator confirms it.
Yeah, 91. Spend and then 359.
Yeah, you didn't even have to sell a share. You're fine.
Yeah, you got out of that pretty.
That's why I could. That's why I didn't buy a share. Even though it was like, so really, you're not. I was like, I can't afford to.
That's fair.
And I could have resold it, I guess, at this immediate moment to buy it, but
that's fair.
And that's it for Lux, I guess, for now.
Okay. Mon is up. Mon is going to drop a sharp right there. And then Mon is going to run. It's 5 train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. So it's going to be 6, 12, 17, 22, 25. And it'll pay out.
Yep. On further analysis, I definitely like Mon better than Antwerp.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think Mon has ever been this good in our game.
I feel like Mon I have been very successful with before, and it's because you can token this B.
It might be true. I know we had a couple games where OST like raced
aggressively
over.
went for it. Yeah. When OST got parred in the first round.
Yeah. Speaking of, it is OST's turn.
All right.
Play that sharp.
Yeah. Because that's going to be 180. And I will... Well, I'm losing. Ow, cat! Why are you hurting me? Let's take it. Let's trash everything.
Yep.
Hey, while you're busy taking money, is there a have you? I don't know if you've mathed it out. Can you afford $40 to block off the ooh?
I didn't math it out. Let me see. Give me a second.
Although I guess the way this is set up, he'd only need 2 tile lays to make it to the other side of it. It's awkward.
Yeah, I can't afford to do that, I think.
Okay. I just thought I'd mention it. It's like the only player interaction that any of us have with Garrick right now.
I might ask you to buy my train later, though.
Oof. That's rough.
All right, on to Vi.
Yep.
Well, I think this is that time. Oh, Lai doesn't have enough money.
Kitty,
Lai doesn't have money.
Go to Antwerp. Or rather, go to Brussels is probably right.
Well, I have a question.
Sure.
Where is... If I did this... Or not that one, sorry. Where is it? Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, that wouldn't count. Never mind.
Are you looking for this one?
Yeah, that one. Is that 2 different tracks?
They both would end up using the same track at this point where they can join.
Okay, so they don't count. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I figured, but...
Yep. It's a good question.
Yeah, this is why Lai is a really awkward company.
Yeah, I don't...
See, if I only had the $40...
You know,
well, you don't have 2 trains, and you can't run to 2 red off boards.
Oh, you're red. You're right.
Apparently,
I feel like you're...
So, let's do this then.
I feel like the intention is to try to drive you towards that ooh, but I think it's just bad.
Right. Apparently, John makes his red companies the best companies in the game, but that is not true here. I don't think that's true in 36. I gotta go look at the other 18xx's. Maybe that's only a cube rail thing.
So I'm gonna just do this, and then they get 50, 80, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Take money now to make sure I can afford that next time.
Oh, you're withholding?
Is withholding smart now and then doing it out? Because I got 3 turns. If I withhold now, I can afford. I'm just thinking.
So the problem with withholding here is that it drives you further to the left, and Garrick gets to continue clawing on.
But he doesn't, because there's still 2 more actions, and I can just not withhold the next 2. I'm trying to decide which one of the 3 is okay to withhold, and I'll still end up in white.
Then again, the flip side of that is if you're withholding every turn, then he's not getting dividends.
That is also true.
But then he literally just has the value of the stocks in hand, but he's losing value because he paid for them at a higher price.
Mm-hmm. So did I, but
I'm actually pretty okay with you withholding.
Yeah, I'm withholding.
Alan allows it.
Oh, that was not right. I didn't count. I did not change the thing. 50, 80. It's 80. So I get another 60. Take money. My bad.
No worries.
Lie is purchase train. So lie is done.
Okay. Lie fell back, right?
Yes.
All right. We are done with the first OR. We have another one starting with Antwerp.
Okay. I will continue not making any relevant choices. Gosh. I mean, is there a way? Maybe I was being silly here. I don't know. Yeah, now I'm actually sad. I probably should have laid this like that.
Where's the yellow ooh?
Oh,
is there no yellow ooh?
Yellow oohs are all pre-laid in this game. They see how the hexes have a yellow outline, so they go straight to green.
Oh, wait a second then. I get more money because if this is worth anything, or is it not worth anything?
It's not worth anything yet because it doesn't actually have track connecting it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Does anyone care if I retro this and put that like that?
I don't.
Does anyone get really angry?
It shouldn't have changed anything.
No. Yeah, that should be. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I think the only one it would have changed potentially is Pat, but
it would have changed me.
Oh, it would have.
Well, because I might have built up to that instead of diverting, but I think diverting's better, so don't worry about it. Just keep going.
Okay, because I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And then my run remains the same. So I just pay out.
I moved you over.
Thanks.
Lux is up.
Okay. Lux has no money.
Lux doesn't need money.
Doesn't it though? No.
Wait, what?
Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's a good point. This.
Yeah. It's got to be that one. You got it.
Took me a bit. I forgot that I could upgrade that. Okay, so this is where, so we got 50, 100, 30, 130, 160, plus another 4,200, plus the bonus is 220.
That's what I got.
Now, I don't want to give Garrick money, but I feel like I should just give Garrick money with that. Oh boy. It's not worth tanking my own stocks.
Yeah, it's where it gets awkward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I tank my stocks or take money from later investment? Because that actually wouldn't be a horrible idea, because I actually... That could
Wait, is this Lux or Lie at this point?
This is
Lux.
Lux.
You
probably
withhold,
want to pay
right?
out.
Yeah, you probably want to pay out with Lux, and then there's an potential argument to continue withholding with Lie.
Kitty, you're hurting me.
All right, Lux is all done.
Yeah.
So we're on to Mon.
Oh, she indented my leg.
5 goes to 6. 3 goes to 4. I don't know if I have any super important track lays.
I mean, upgrading Brussels is probably a big deal.
Right. I was seeing if there's anything more important than that, like there was here. I don't think so. Yeah. So we'll just upgrade this. Because it's gonzo. Nuts.
It's just good.
It's just good. It's so silly. John, what were you thinking? Okay, running the same route as before, but now it's worth more. Let me calculate it again because I forgot. 270 is what my calculator's saying, and that makes sense because we went up by 20. Yep, all checks out. Paying out.
Really sad that I chickened out on buying extra Mon early on.
I actually was considering dumping on you, if that makes you feel better. Like, it was totally a possibility if I didn't get that 5. OST's up.
I guess I'm glad I gave you the 5. Everything's horrible.
Yeah, if I didn't time out to the 5, or if I didn't think I was going to time out to the 5, I probably would have burned the private on a 3 and then dumped the company on you in the stock round.
Do I need to do that right now?
I
don't think I do, actually. I think I wait, yeah. Oh, wait, no, because I don't want to get blocked out of it because of... Oh, wait, no, Garrick's out of tokens.
Yeah, we're both
then.
We're both out of tokens. The only reason to do it would be to cut my run short.
Yeah, no, then I can hold off on that then. So with the new...
I mean, there is an argument to cutting the leader's route short.
Buying him 50.
The hard part is it's a choice between speeding up buying a 6 train or not. And I'd rather get the 6 train out. You know?
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I mean, you for 220.
You definitely get the value off the 6 train better than anyone else. There is also an argument to be made that if you were going to token somewhere, Antwerp might make more sense.
I was going to say long-term Antwerp.
That's where I was originally going to put the token. But again, I can actually deal with that later. So I will withhold again.
Yeah, because I think that's
determined to stay with.
That's your potential catch-up mechanism, is the fact that you're going to get a 6 and a 2T at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's my only hope.
It's a good hope. It's a good hope. I wish I had more OSTs now. Although maybe not, because they're in yellow. Anyway, Lie is up.
Where's the... Ooh. Just like that.
I will make a quick note for laying green ooze. You want to make sure that whatever exit you want to come out of does not have the other city. So if you want this to pass through to here, this hex, you need to rotate this.
I was trying to deny you guys, but
it's just an ooh thing. It takes a little practice to learn if you look,
I don't plan on going through the mountain.
Yeah, so that's probably fine.
I don't. I was just doing it because it's $40 extra for this run, and it was free.
Yep.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Now it goes to 12, if I'm not mistaken. 50, 80, plus 40, 12. Yep.
So you're paying out. The problem is you're not going to be able to get to a 6 train before your 4 train burns, so I wonder if you're better off bumping your stock back into white.
It would hurt Garrick because then he'd have to go back down to cert limit with depending on
It also just improves the value of your own stocks, which is
also that.
Although forcing me out also forces me to dump. Not that it hurts a ton, but
I don't think it really is an impact at that point.
It's an impact of like a few dollars because he'd end up dropping one space, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think it's relevant. I just was mentioning it because it is technically a factor.
Well, yeah. Like, no, I'm gonna take the money. I have an idea. Might be a bad idea, but I got an idea.
Sounds good. We do it one more time, starting with Antwerp.
Okay, well, all the track that Antwerp wanted to lay has been laid for it for the most part, so I'm just going to upgrade the B.
Makes sense.
The only thing I can do to improve my run. How does this... I don't get any value out of this spoke, really. So we're just going to do that.
Sounds good.
And then my run is the 4 brown cities, so I get 60, 170 plus 80 is 25. That's pretty good for a 4 train.
That is pretty good for a 4 train.
Thanks for the help, guys. I appreciate it.
Of course. Always.
All right, and Antwerp moves to the right.
Okay, next up is Lux.
I think I just upgrade one of the cities.
Yeah, I think you're in upgrade mode.
I don't think I want to place that way, though. I don't think it really matters how I place it at this point, but I don't. This can't be upgraded, so there's no point putting it there.
Yeah, you definitely don't do it that way, but it also probably doesn't matter.
Probably doesn't matter, but we'll just do that. So that brought me up by 10 more. So Lux goes up to 23. So we're just going to pay that out.
I moved your stock price over.
Thank you, and that's it.
Okay, Mon is up. Mon literally has no track lays that it cares about. We're not in gray yet. All the browns are down. Oh, I guess I'm hitting this right now.
There is a brown city left.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 2. That's weird.
I'm hitting Ostend right now, so I may as well upgrade it. Gets me $10. And actually, it's probably another 10 for the B upgrade. I think that's right. Let me recalculate to be safe. 12, 8, 20, 25, 29. Yep, 29. Paying out. Moving over. OST is up.
It's permissive track, right?
It is permissive track lays. As God intended.
As God intended.
You know, if I believed in a God.
Yeah, also fair. Nope, that's not right. Where's the other one? That's also not legal. Right. What the hell? Why are none of these what I want? I think I'm just sad, yeah.
Is it this one? No.
What are you trying to do?
This thing?
No. Oh wait, no, yeah, it is that one.
I was like, that feels like the right one. What are you trying to do?
That. I'm trying to do that.
Yeah. Cool. Beauteous.
Let me clean up this mess that I have made. I feel better.
This is a fun little loop. If only there was an actual diesel in the game.
Right.
So I am at 220.
I was just thinking a minute ago, like if you pull out 1 or 2 columns here and like scrunch the mountains down by like 1 row, I think it's a solid little map.
And I will rest all the 4s.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's all this void space in the middle just makes Lie and Lux not really interactive.
And the like 2 rows of mountains to break out is just a bit much, you know?
I rest all the 4s.
She rested all the 4s! The train apocalypse is upon us!
Does anyone care if I just spend the 40 to place the token on Antwerp?
No. Unless there's no money in the bank pool. You didn't get the money or anything. No. Yeah. You're all good. Okay, OST's done?
OST is done.
Did you adjust your stock price?
I did.
Okay. Lie is up.
That actually kind of works out in the end. No, that's actually perfect. So, Lie is just gonna build whatever, doesn't really matter.
You can upgrade your city to brown, or you can upgrade the ooh.
Probably don't want to upgrade a city to brown because that steals one that you want for Lux over here.
That's it. I'm gonna upgrade the ooh.
Yeah.
Can I use that one? I can use that one.
Yeah, it just goes like that.
Oh, there. Do that.
There's also
he can't.
There's a couple that break you out like this.
Nope, that's fine.
Okay.
So we're going to do that, and then it cannot do it. So I need to buy a train, which means I need to sell stocks. Correct?
Let's see. You got to spend $630. Is anyone over? No one's over train limit. Okay. So you need to spend 630. You have 545. So yeah, you're gonna have to sell stocks. Why don't you go ahead and transfer the 201 into your personal cash, and then you can see more easily how many shares you need to sell.
That's a good way to do it.
201. Spend money.
Yeah. Okay. So you need to make up
95.
Yeah. No, 85?
Yes.
Yeah, 85.
Yes.
Which is 1 Mon, 1 Lux, 1 Antwerp, or 2 OSTs, or like 4 Lies.
I think this is a more. I'm gonna sell the Ant right now.
All right, that gets you $125.
Yep. So 125. Take money.
And spend 630.
630. Spend money. Perfect.
And there you go.
That's the end of Lie's turn. And Lie moved. We already did it. Perfect.
All right. And then that's our operating round. We're back to a stock round. Party deals on Lily. Wow, Alan's gonna get forced into a 2T. That's interesting, actually.
I'm gonna buy the Antwerp.
You done for sure, Lily?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like if he dumps it on me, I just move a train over. Like I don't actually care that much. So and then he has to dump a lot to get. I mean, I doesn't dump that much, but still, it would hurt him.
It's fair. It's very fair.
Yeah, no, I thought this through.
Okay, just want to make sure, without outright stating everything. What you thinking, Alan?
I'm just debating. I don't know. At what point does $700 come out in the wash? Because, yeah, I mean, dumping this company on Lily doesn't actually hurt Lily, but the goal wouldn't necessarily be to hurt Lily. The goal is to potentially salvage my game.
Yeah.
I think the problem is there's no stock for you to buy if you dumped it. That's really
that's the thing is like, okay, so I drop 3, you then just have to drop 1. So I would
like, even if you drop if you drop 3, like, again, I don't mind just buying the tree train over, and then I'm just getting more stock, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
More stock is in the pool.
Yeah, I end up literally with only 7.
The problem is it gives Garrick that stock too, which I don't like.
Garrick is at limit.
No, he's not. Both OST and Outlier.
OST is in the
Yeah, I mean, I had to withhold like crazy to get anywhere.
No, I get it.
So
I'm at 8 of 10. Or
unfortunately, Garrick is not at limit. So
yeah, so if I drop the 3 Antwerp that I would need to drop, probably each of you buys 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just stuck at 7 shares for the rest of the game. That doesn't bode well for me. Spending $700 on a train doesn't bode well for me.
Yeah, you're in a rough position.
I mean, I was at the moment I bought the 4 train. The Poison 4 was the mistake that I made.
Yeah, that's fair.
To have just held out for the 5 train, and I should have been smarter about my stock round and not letting Garrick have the ability to dump Mon on me if he had wanted to. Oh well. Yeah, I guess I pass because I've already lost. It doesn't really matter. Shit, maybe I should have been withholding for the 6, but I think you got there before I did regardless, so.
Yeah. I think it was pretty no-win for you. So you're passing?
Yeah, I'm passing.
Pat, you're passing?
Yeah.
Yep. There's nothing to buy, so I'm passing. Lily?
I pass.
Okay. PD goes to Alan, as I recall.
I think you mean Peanut?
Yes, Peanut the PD goes to Alan. At the end, everything rises. We have 3 ORs. Antwerp's up.
Okay. Well, I buy a 2T train, so it's 120 out of Antwerp. Maybe I should have gone into live or OST before it got taken out. I don't know. I don't know what the right choice is.
I don't know. There might be more to this game than I'm giving credit.
580. Spend money. That hurts. That takes me out of the running. Antwerp falls back.
Antwerp's done?
Yep.
All right.
Not laying track. There's no point.
Wait.
Yeah, I'll let someone else lay it. I can't run it.
Yeah. Mon will go ahead and lay it, because, why not? Why not? Boosts Mon's run by 20. Runs for 31 and pays out.
Now I wish I had more OST share.
Mon's done. Lux is up.
Lux is gonna take that.
Yup.
Yeah. And Lux is on autopilot for the rest of this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this game's almost over.
I'm pretty sure almost everybody's on autopilot for the most part.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lux is done.
Is it me?
It is OST.
You.
I was just moving Lux's share price over.
Oop! I made a snake! Alright. So the 2T runs 40 to 80, or the 80, 10, 80, doubling an 80.
25, yep.
And then the 6 runs 80, 80, 50, 40, 50, 60.
Oh.
Yeah, it can do that.
Lily might have a chance here.
So I am running for 570.
Holy shit.
No, sorry, I'm lying. I'm running for 610.
Jesus.
I will pay out.
Jesus Christ.
I needed to get this tile out specifically before anyone else blocked that stupid loop that I could make.
All right, this might be a game. I take it back.
Well, let's see how this goes.
All right, lie is up. Man, I like this game. Or this activity if it's not a game. But I think it might be a game.
I mean, I'll just...
I'm about to say 34 specifically?
Yeah, 34 specifically.
Okay.
I've always had a huge soft spot for this game, even though like I wasn't convinced it had decisions.
Sure.
I think it might have decisions, but regardless, I still really enjoy it.
Lie is done.
Okay, let's do it again. Starting with Antwerp.
I've pressed the button.
Woo! I moved you over. Lux is up.
I just button probably.
Yeah, you just
Although I'm
pressed the
kind of debating something. I will be honest, but I don't know if it's worth it. This is one of those moments. Like, do I take money so I can buy the train off this, so that I can sell it off, since it doesn't benefit me, which then would force Garrick to have to buy a train for it for 700. He'd be able to make money off it, but the game's going to end faster than him being able to spend money, and I can make more money off of Lux with the second train.
The
problem is that Lie runs after Lux. And so you wouldn't be able... Oh.
Does 30 allow the transfer of the company?
Oh, I wouldn't be able to do that, because then I would have to buy another train for Lie.
Before you could dump it on him,
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Nope.
That was the one flaw in the plan.
It's always good to talk these things out loud, just so this way we there's a flaw, we can find it.
I think in this game, if you had 3 companies, you could force buy for the one, sell off shares of the third company, and dump it on someone else. I think that's allowed in 1830.
When are you ever getting 3 companies in this game?
Right. I mean, that's just because this is 1830 rules, not because you're going to do it in 1834.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just know different games have different weird rules about transfer of presidencies during emergency train buys. Like 89, I don't think allows it at all under any circumstances.
89 does not allow it at all.
But anyway, that's not relevant to the point. It was just there's your factoid of the day.
So how would I? Yeah.
All right. So what was happening? Lex is paying out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay out.
Yep. I think we're probably past the point of decisions. Mon has no track lays, so it's just gonna
Lie. I think Lie's the only one that has decisions.
Yeah. Mon paid out. OST's up.
OST is out.
I think Lie just slow works its way over to Brussels or Antwerp for the little end game boost. Wait, y'all waiting on me?
No, it would be Lie's turn.
Okay.
Oh, it's Lie's turn again? Sorry.
Yeah, OST just paid out, so.
Sorry, yeah, I was thinking and I wasn't pushing the turns. That spot is $30.
Oh, fuck me. I didn't even see that. What a waste of an earlier turn.
If you want, we can change that to one of these, like I mentioned. Or this one.
Sure, yeah, okay. Let's do that. I mean, I couldn't have played this here.
Right, you can just change that to a straight or something.
That would have gone. I didn't even notice that whenever I was...
All good.
Okay, so now Lie has 50, 30, 100, or 80, 150 plus 80.
Actually,
130 plus 80, 210.
Yeah, you actually, with the 6 train, you could lay a straight here and then make more money from Antwerp on a future turn. And you know what? I'm heavily co-invested with red. Let's just make it simple and say I laid this on my turn, and you can just lay a straight and run for better.
Sure.
Just say we did that thing.
50.
So actually, with the 6 train, you start here 1, 2, 3. Actually, probably go this route.
Yeah, you got a kick-ass run.
That came out of nowhere too. Okay, so 50, 130, 140 plus 80, 220. Here, 270. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I see an easy 300,
1, 2,
and you might have better.
5.
Does this not count as 1?
That counts as 1. You can go off board
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I can go south afterwards. I didn't even see that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and this spot's $80.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
So that's 300 to do that. You might have better. I was calculating an alternate route. And 80. That track's not what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6. No, 300's your best. 300's your best.
Yeah. And again, payout.
Scoots you over. Okay.
Yep.
We do it one more time. Starting with Antwerp.
Yeah, the money's... I have an idea, but it doesn't matter. We're going to be out of money.
Yeah. Lux.
I can't upgrade anything, so payout.
Okay. Mon, I'll pay it out in a second. I moved me over. I'm paid out. OST.
Out.
And payout.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, we have to do this one more time. I didn't think we were breaking, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm glad we're not
Unfortunately, I
breaking.
can see the direction this is going.
Me too. Me too. Okay. We're back to a stock round.
Oh, wait. I just want to ask them before I paid out. Oh, we don't end whenever this hits 0. It keeps going for the rest of the round.
For the rest of the
ORs, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have 3 more no matter what.
Mm-hmm. In fact, do we just want to click payout 3 times on all of the companies? And...
I need to check my cert limit coming into the SR.
Yeah. But I mean, as long as...
Because OST
You're fine. I'm still yellow.
But
You have
I'm
4 of
not.
mine.
I am 10 exactly.
fine.
I'm 10 exactly.
Yeah, he's 10 exactly. He's got 4 of mine.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Do we all just pass to the stock round then?
I think. Yeah, I was just trying to I could try and straighten, but it won't matter.
Yeah,
I was wondering if I could take 1 less loss on here, buy the train over here, and then or basically buy a train somehow. You know what I mean? Take money here, buy the train off of that.
I mean, yeah, if
get
you
a G7, but I
you
don't think it's
want-
gonna matter because Lily's making so much money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Lily
I mean?
engineered this run perfectly.
She did.
Because I would lose 240, and then I would also lose here because I wouldn't have the train. So I'd be losing 540 to get an extra train, which I don't think is gonna make up 540 and then some. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can do the math, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to even matter because it's literally 1 push of the button for her.
Yeah.
My
So we're not
gosh,
gonna bother.
I cannot believe how much ground Lily is gaining on us
Oh,
in
man.
just the last
It
few
was
rounds.
it was
This
that
is
one thing
crazy.
that she got the free T2.
I'm telling you, that is a
TT.
good private. You just have to.
It is. You
get
just have
to
to
the end
force
game.
it. You have
Yeah.
to make sure it happens is the biggest issue.
Yeah.
And that doesn't feel good.
Man, I like this game.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Everyone to hit the button 3 times.
Yeah,
I'm okay
everyone
with
just
that.
hit the button
I'm
3
down for
times.
that.
I'll move everyone's stock prices.
Okay.
I don't know how Lie ended up more expensive than my Lux in the end because I don't understand.
I really got screwed. How did
Okay. Those are final share prices. So if you would just pay out 10 times your final share price from your company, like a route payout, and we will see our final values.
Wait, 10 times like your share?
Yeah. So since you have Lux, you'll pay out 2,200.
Oh, I see. I got it. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now
and how much is 76? So 760.
Has everyone paid out?
Oh,
Yep.
I did $7 extra. My bad.
Oh, just pay out -$7 then.
Really? Huh. Yeah, Garrick's certs just carried him.
Yeah, I had a feeling my certs were still going to take me the way, but it was going to be close. It was not as close as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no, I thought it was going to be closer.
Yeah. I wonder if this is, unless you know for a fact you can control it, I wonder if going into yellow is just too dangerous in a company with this, where the cert limit is this, in a game where the cert limit is this low.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Or certainly, you have to be really careful about timing and priority of it if you're going to do so.
Yeah. I mean, you were able to get the 5 train without even... Did you withhold at all for that?
I withheld once, but I also placed a station for $100 that I didn't strictly need to. So I think there was a way to do that with a different withhold or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess because Lux is, you had both Lux and Mon.
Yep.
So because I only had Antwerp, it wasn't enough to make up for the difference.
Yeah.
Well, good game.
Yeah, good game.
Good game. Man.
Pat, what did you think of your first 18xx game?
I learned a lot on the first game. I understand that I made some bad choices. That's okay. This is fun.
It's hard to say.
Newbie choices where you...
Yeah. I think there are things you just don't see the consequences of until you've played it out a few times.
The hardest part for me was not realize. It's just like, it was so hard to grasp. Like, I have this money, I can buy. Oh wait, I can't. It's my money, not the company's money. Fuck.
Yeah.
How do I?
Yeah.
It's
there was so many times that I relied on that money in my calculation of what I could do, and I don't actually have that money.
It's really funny how this game, like how this like kind of series has that very big separation of like company versus investor. Yeah. I was telling you before the game, like when I first started playing, the biggest issue was not getting attached to a company. Like in this game, none of us needed to like drop our companies, but I know like the idea floated around a bunch and like, I wouldn't be surprised.
I was working on how to do it with Lai, but Lai turned into such a like more out of like 2 turns. Suddenly, Lai was more productive than something I've been working on all game.
Yeah.
I honestly do wonder how this game would have gone had I aggressively dumped Antwerp in the first round the way I was kind of thinking of doing.
Yeah, that would have been so interesting.
That would have been very interesting.
Just because, I mean, part of the problem always is, you're spending money on trains that go away immediately. If I could have burned through 4 of the 2 trains and then dump it all, open OST, and be able to jump straight into 3 trains.
Yeah.
I think that might have made a significant difference in the game. But alas, I didn't take the opportunity.
Hey, next time, right?
Next time, for sure.
Every time I've ever engaged in that kind of play with Lily, it's gone badly for me, so I don't know.
I will say, I'm very curious how you find this game as a learning game, Pat, after you play your next game.
Yeah,
because this one's very different from what it sounds like than the rest.
It's not terribly
not
different.
Very, but like...
It's just a very interesting... It's a very weird map.
There's more things that are different than I realized, for sure. Yeah. I think the lack of a par price and the way that impacts floating a company after the first SR.
Yeah,
I completely forgot that was a thing.
I don't think I realized the implications of it, if I'm being honest. Like, until Garrick said it. Like, my brain didn't even think about that fact.
Well, because it's so antithetical to the traditional 18xx formula. Like, it's just, it's gonzo nonsense that you would not have a par price in an 1830 style game. It's no game has done it, and it's so cool, and it's technically like fewer rules. It's just, I'm legitimately curious if, coming from like an absolutely zero, like ground zero perspective, if it's easier to grasp or not, because it's fewer rules.
What I'm hearing though is Pat needs to play again.
I want to play again if that makes you guys feel better.
Yes.
Yay! Yeah, we'll have to play another game, and then you can tell us how you feel about this as a game.
I definitely want to play this again.
Hey, maybe if we get the scheduling right, and we can get Emu into a game, we can actually have a 5-player game.
Oh, jeez.
That would be something.
I would love it.
I'm not sure what the right title is for that, but
we can find one.
See, I will be honest, as long as I can reschedule with Joey, Tuesdays are probably my best day.
Sweet.
Well, hey.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get Emu on a random day.
Yeah, because Tuesdays for me, I'm either Tuesdays what is it? I'm for now I'm off on Wednesday morning, so I can no time limit.
Gotcha.
And then otherwise I work Tuesday evening till 8:30, so I can just get home and play because I got no time for anything else pretty much anyway.
Hey, this is sounding like Train Tuesdays are still a thing.
Yes.
I'm so
love
sad
me some
for
Train
you.
Tuesdays.
You guys can just go sweet talk Joey into not being mad at me.
I will work on that.
No, he won't be mad. He won't care.
It's also true. I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot what it was. Because Pat hasn't heard this before, but there's some games that are like absolutely insane, and one game I ended up being in had 12 players. So I'm sure we can find a 5-player game.
That is not the norm. Of any kind.
I'm just saying it can happen. So I think we can find a 5-player game. That's all I was saying.
We can find a 5-player game if we can make it work with Emu. Unfortunately,
maybe what we need to do now that you've done 34 is go on to 30.
Yeah.
So that you can.
Full 30, I think, is the one that I watched, right? That's with the 9 station.
30 is the classic.
It's okay.
Well, and 30 has a very different play style. In 30, you don't get attached to companies at all.
Well, that's because there's so many that like it looked like people could just like swap between them very easily because there's going to be a few left over. Like a president isn't grabbed very early on, so like swapping seems very likely, like plausible. And then someone else can just buy the new, like the president you dropped off to if it benefits them, right?
Yep.
Whereas only 5 here, there was like only one of us ever got 2, and I don't know if that was my best call actually doing that because I had a plan and it just didn't ever pan out. I didn't have enough money.
I think the idea was right. I think the timing worked out wrong because you got burned by the trains.
I lost so many trains.
Yeah.
Damn it. Who was it? Was it Lily? I don't know.
It was me. Just blame me.
Fucking Lily.
So there is a
Pat, I'm your alternate split personality, and last time we turned ourselves in, so obviously I gotta ruin the train time.
It's true, actually. Karma's biting me so hard right now.
Yeah, Pat, there's a video on stream if you go and find it on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, of where we were playing 1830 and Lily and I storm floated like 4 companies in a single SR.
You did.
And there were like literally 50 certificates in the bank pool.
Oh my god.
I will also point out the one game where I just became super spiteful and I dropped every single company in one SR. I just sold everything to the lowest possible point it could be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's great.
18xx is great.
How many of these are there?
A lot.
A million.
18x's? Like
a bajillion. They ran out of gears and they started putting in random things.
Oh, yeah. Did they? I was going to say, is there 100? They actually ran out of...
Oh, there are hundreds.
There's, I mean, just as an example, there's 1836, but then there's 1836 JR,
which is an entirely different game.
Absolutely nothing to do with the other one.
Yep.
Yes.
It's very confusing.
There's also 18 New England and 18 Chesapeake. So, we just went to names at some point.
Okay.
And then there was Chesapeake After Dark.
Yes.
Chesapeake After Dark is the best game, man.
I've never actually played it. I've never played Chesapeake personally.
So Chesapeake After Dark is 18 Chesapeake with the rules from 1857.
Basically.
57. 57 is like the one that is the stupid train rush, right?
Yes.
Huh.
So my question is, how different are they all? Like, I know there's obviously differences, but like, are the base rules the same for all of them?
Yeah, the core. There's definitely a core loop. Ish.
Okay.
There's a pretty firm line. There's a pretty firm line in between partial capitalization and full capitalization games.
Mm-hmm.
So like we played a full capitalization game where as soon as you buy 60% of a company, you get the full 100%. 10 times the par price.
Yeah.
In partial cap games, you buy one share, or you buy a president's share, the company immediately floats, but you only get 2 times the value of that stock.
God.
Yep.
And then you get another 10% every time you buy a share after that.
And usually your starting money...
Same deal. Anytime somebody buys a share, it puts money into that company, but there's no free money coming like full cap has.
Because full cap has that 40% free money that comes in.
Got it.
Well, yeah. The other thing is usually partial cap games give you less money to play with. So the odds that you're starting a company that only has like less than $200 to buy trains with is actually pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So it doesn't sound like a big change when you first hear it, but then you start thinking about the implications, and it's
that sounds pretty big to me. That seems like a change. Like not having that $650 basically, or whatever, $670 to like do what you want at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like you have to plan. It feels like you have to plan more than just like I'm gonna see what happens the first 2 turns.
It has some weird repercussions. To address your original question, you could basically divide 18xx into like a few core family trees. And there are a lot of games like this one that are very similar, like minute rules changes. But then there are other ones like on different branches of the tree that are very, very different. So you got the whole gamut. You get the whole shebang in one genre.
Yeah. Cool. I will say also about the partial cap games, they're also known as run good companies games for a lot of them, where it's like not trashing your stock and doing things like that.
I mean, we didn't do that for this one.
No, I meant this is a full cap game. I meant the ones where you're the other
full cap games tend to have more stock shenanigans. And dynamism of that stuff. Incremental cap games tend to have more focus on momentum building and like feedback loops of making a company good so it can do well, so you can make another company do well, and you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually extremely excited to try another one.
I'm extremely excited to play it with you. And I'm going to use this as a segue. We're excited to see you next week, chat.
Yeah.
Or sometime. We'll be back with 18xx in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you then.